All right, man. We live, man. As you can see from the thumbnail, I want to go over some stuff Jeff Teague said when he went on as a guest on the OG podcast with Udonis Haslam, Mike Miller. I can't remember who else on there, but Jeff Teague had some funny stuff to say, man, but some interesting things to say that we're gonna get into. But and you see the full rundown. We're gonna start with Gilbert Arenas and something he said as well that was very interesting. It made its rounds all over social media. But we got the whole crew in here today, man. Full house, man. Eric, Chris, Zoe, Jay, myself. We up in here, man. Sorry we didn't get. Look, we didn't have no Tuesday show. We didn't have a Friday show. Yeah. So this week was
It was a rough one.
yeah, it was different. It was different.
Hey, moving forward, if we're ever out, man, you guys please feel free to go to YouTube and watch some of our old stuff, man. You can see the transition.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But we in here. Everybody look good. Everybody sound good. Wi-Fi working. Mic's working. You know what I mean? We working.
Roll squad.
Go ahead and hit that like button on your way in. Go ahead and hit that share button as well, man. Appreciate everybody coming in here. We got moderators in here. DC Slim up in here. Stephanie Williams, I see you. Juicehead James. Hey man, that dude's still coming out the LeBron, man. He went on and said some more stuff, but we'll probably have to cover that another time, man. But yeah, he going in. Yeah, he going in, man. And then March Madness and what's going on with Caitlin Clark, and man, it's so much, man. It was so much content to choose from. I didn't even know. I didn't even know how to daggone pick topics, man. It was weird, but
that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it ain't a bad one. We're gonna have to get back in here again. Take me out real quick. Somebody to do. Yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. This episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports, and you can get your deposit doubled up to $100. You got to check on the map to make sure your state is eligible to play Underdog Fantasy. But as soon as you do, and if your state is, go ahead and download Underdog Fantasy's app. Use the promo code ManDownSports, and you can, like I said, you can get that $100 match on your first deposit. And I would want to thank Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring Man Down Sports. So let's go ahead and get started, man. I seen some in the comments. Did we see the Jamal? Yeah, I seen the Jamal Mashburn interview as well. Yeah. There was like I said, it was so many things that we could have choose from to talk about, man. It was kind of hard to narrow it down, but that just mean that we get to produce some more content probably this weekend, or if not early next week, man. So that's all that means. It's a lot of stuff out there. But yeah, I seen that Jamal interview. It was pretty dope. But yeah, Gilbert Arenas, man. What he said is making his rounds, and he knows how to go viral, man. I don't know if y'all heard this yet, but I don't 100% agree with his premise or what he said at the beginning. But they was talking about, man, how the heck are we gonna fix this scoring outburst in the NBA? How's the NBA gonna fix this? What are they gonna do? And this was Gil's answer.
I know what they can do. Get rid of all the Europeans. What? You just said it. You just said it. You go to college to learn defense. Yeah. What college do Europeans go to?
I'm with you. No, I didn't say get rid of them.
They don't go to college whatsoever. They have no athleticism. They have no athleticism.
They all come over.
Hold on. They have no athleticism, right? They have no speed, no jumping ability. They are a liability on defense. There's 150-year-olds in the league today. Name the top 10 defenders.
No,
none.
I'm with
right? Just the Rudy Gobert and Greek the Freak. Other than that, they're just offensive players. They're not defensive players, right? So the NBA took away aggression. They took away aggression to open up the Euro League. When they first started getting here, it was too rough for them.
And they didn't make it.
They didn't make it. right? So eventually they softened the rules. They didn't soften the rules for the Americans. They softened the rules to open it up international. So when they're saying the Euros is going to run the league in the next 5 years, why do you think that? More threes, passing, cutting. This is not our league. This is not the American style. This is the Euro style. So, drive in, suck the defense in, pass the ball to the three-point line. It's a three-point shooting league because they're copying Euro style. Suns, right? What was the biggest thing the Suns didn't do? Defense. Ole, let's go. Boom, let's go. Right?
7 seconds. 7 seconds.
Now, everybody, we don't want to foul so we can go try to score. That was the whole thing of D'Antoni. Right? That is what the league was created off of, to have more of those guys in so they can expand the business.
Make it a global game.
So,
global game.
You remember pushing global game? How they going to have a global game if it's too physical and too athletic for them? So they have to figure out ways where they can exist inside of the game.
Wow.
Right? Create more opportunities, bring in more shooters so they can survive. So these guys can become shooters.
He cooking.
No, that makes sense because when
they're not ISO players. Who was the best Euro to have handled?
No, I swear that makes sense because when he was just talking, I'm like, man, it feels like a lot of the issue is like the game is like a 3-point game now. So it's like everybody just shooting. Nobody's really applying too much skill to get to the basket. So when everybody's shooting, you really ain't got to guard a motherfucker because they shooting from the logo or they shooting from 5 feet behind the 3-point line. So that make a lot of sense.
So besides him starting off by saying get rid of the Euros, because I know he didn't mean that. I know that was just for shock value, but he got everybody's attention with that. Obviously, that's not a solution. Obviously, nobody in their right mind would agree with that, right? I mean, for what? I mean, they contribute greatly to the league. Like this league has been enhanced by that type of diversity and that type of different style of play. Like, I mean, we fell in love with Ginobili and we fell in love with that Euro step and all this. Even though the Euro step was something that had been done before he made it famous, but Ginobili really made it famous. So yeah, we love the fact that the league is diverse like that. However, the part that he is right about is that Adam Silver has admitted that he created an environment for the league to be less physical and where more skilled players can flourish, which puts the defense at a handicap. And they created a league where more scoring was the goal, right? This is what they have admitted to doing, right? So with that being said, and everything you just heard Gil say, man, what's y'all thoughts?
Who want that first?
Not me. Not me.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. I'll be that guy. Okay. Listen, I don't think that we should get rid of all the Europeans.
Of course not. Of course not.
We are sponsored by Manscaped and Underdog Fantasy. I don't think we should get rid of all the Europeans, but
please don't get rid of them.
Yeah, please. Now, to Gil's point, this game has been compromised, I would say, for a while.
Yep.
And when I say that, I'm saying compromised because it has not been about the actual skill or the actual game for quite some time now. When we see teams score 150, 160 points, and we still seeing them being on the losing end of basketball games, there's something gravely wrong. But that's exactly what it's catered to. The European style has been more skill-oriented, I could say, but completely less physical than it has been, if you want to say skill. But the truth of the matter is, as many points as you can score, that's exactly what they want because points are entertaining.
Yeah.
3-point shots from the logo are entertaining. So let's incorporate more of that, less deterrent of that. And we're going to get as many international fans. It's a business. It's a business move that has worked, honestly, because a lot of people are watching now. It's a business move and it's worked. The only way that I see, which to be completely honest, I don't see it happening because the style of play has become what people expect basketball. This past couple of weeks, I've seen people going back and playing 90s clips of Jordan and Ewing and saying, how can y'all watch this? And y'all saying that we ruin basketball. You know, they doing things of that nature.
Yeah.
Forgetting the fact that none of these dudes now are playing any defense. So it's like it's a layup line. Everything is a layup line, so you can score 150 points. But I think to Gil's point, while I don't want to get rid of the Europeans, I do think a more physical style of defense has to be played to even the playing field at least a little bit. I know it's not going to stop because the refs, they're conditioned for this. You get what I'm saying? They're conditioned to call the game a certain way. They're conditioned to play the game a certain way. And so it's going to take a couple of years, even if they do decide to change some things.
What it really is the Globetrotters and who was they playing? The Generals? That's what it is. Like I said earlier, if I told you right now, because we just, and we'll talk about this later, we just seen LeBron score, you know, he's the only person that got to 40,000 points, right, in the NBA. What if I told you that Curly Neal from the Globetrotters also had 40,000? Would you be impressed? No, because you know they was just letting him get the points. Like the Globetrotters game was created for him for players to entertain, and nobody was really trying to stop them from scoring. It was just a contest of who can score more. You know, that's all it was. So would I be surprised? Would I be impressed if one of the Globetrotters scored 40,000 or one of the N1 street ball legends scored 40,000? No, that's not impressive. That's not real basketball. So what we're watching now in the NBA isn't real basketball anymore. So I'm not impressed by the numbers. I'm not impressed by the stats anymore. Anything that you've gotten in a league where they admitted that they took defense out, I can't be impressed by none of those numbers.
Yeah, understand.
Let me give you something to think about. Gil, a wild boy, first of all.
Wild boy.
Yo, shout out to Gil. With no chill. But let me give you something to think about. Is it coincidental that as the rules were changing to be a more offensively driven Euro-centric play style, that the U.S. stronghold over the Olympic Games deteriorated?
That's a good point.
No, it ain't no coincidence at all.
Not a coincidence.
Exactly. So you're making the NBA a more Euro League style game because you're trying to make it worldwide. I get it, but then now you're in the advantage that the U.S. had over every other team was the physicality, the dominance, and everything. Well, you're not even playing like that anymore. So now you're trying to beat them playing their style of ball, and you're gonna lose every time.
Which is crazy, Jay, because that's not their style no more. They don't even play like that no more in Europe. They play like more of an old school NBA style, like 90s in Europe.
It was like in wrestling, WWE, something like that. When the good guy was the good guy coming in and the bad guy was the bad guy coming in, and then something happens and now the bad guy's the good guy and the good guy's the bad guy. They call it a double turn. Yeah, that's kind of what happened between the NBA and the rest of the world. And we say Euro style, but you know, they play the same style in Asia, they play the same style, you know, worldwide. But you don't get rid of anybody, man. I think you fix it by bringing in guys. You start drafting guys that play defense, and then if no one else is playing defense, somebody gonna get tired of just getting their cookies took or whatever. Because even now, when you look at these young kids, right, in high school right now, it is more embarrassing to get crossed up than it is to get dunked on.
That fix is gonna be hard, because if they are drafting defenders, they can't put them on the floor based on how they call the game, right? Like it's defenders out there. Like, you know, I remember when I mean, put it this way, this is the real fix I think should happen, right? And it's got to start from it can't just be a rule change. You can change a couple of rules, but that's not going to do it. It's going to be the direction from the NBA to the referees. You know, they have to tell them that this is what we don't want to call it, and this is what we're going to call. They have to abandon the idea that this is only for entertainment and we want our star players to to get the benefit of the doubt and get star calls and all this crazy stuff, man. Call that thing fair down, and whatever happens. Don't try to dictate which team advances, and because we're starting to see right through that rigging of how they rigging the games, man. And it's not fun to watch when you see somebody get shafted, even if it ain't your team.
Right.
Just watching players and teams get shafted because they want the Warriors to advance. I watched the Kings get shafted last year. It wasn't fun to watch, man.
Hey man, like that's the fourth time you see the pause, bro. Like, God, dog.
You watch them lose.
Yeah, come on,
with
man.
help from the refs.
They did get shafted, though.
Yeah, they did.
They did get shafted, though. They did.
And you watched it.
Yeah.
He doubling
It was on
down.
TV. I mean, it was on TV. It was on TV. But
got comfortable with that word, didn't he?
but I think as far as rules though, I think we got to think about the rules that they made because they wanted to see points. They just implemented a rule called the take foul because they didn't like that we could stop a fast break with a foul.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get a take for fouling someone that's going to stop a fast break because the NBA is saying we want to see fast breaks and dunks. So don't foul people when they take off. That's a take foul.
Mm-hmm.
They put in years ago defensive three and a key because they didn't want a big man standing at the rim impeding people from getting straight run-ins to the lane for layups, right? And of course, years before that, they took the hand checking out. Like those are three major things right there. But that shows you the direction that the NBA wanted to go in.
And it was the unsung hero in all of that too is the daggone the zero step in the billion travels a game. Like that causing people to pick up their dribble and travel was good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good point, Carlos. This might be a good opportunity for another league to emerge and give us real basketball again. And who knows, they might take some NBA players and they might switch over. You never know.
I think that'll be the thing that forces the hand of the NBA because if you don't have any competition whatsoever, there's no incentive to change. There's no incentive to do anything different. We're going to do what it is that's winning. But I think Mel said this years ago when we were talking about, hey, in order to incorporate change, we need to combat the powers that be.
Facts.
We're not even going to get onto the topic of the NFL and the things of that nature, which I'm glad that the XFL and USFL are starting to merge. But if you have no competitors, there's no reason for change. I remember when NBA Live was the best basketball game until 2K.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Boy, you could, man. Live 05, Live 06, Live 04, like live, and then like you said,
Man, you was
2K
born in
came
06.
I know.
Y'all gonna get enough for being disrespectful about my age.
My bad, man. No disrespect.
Let me get Eric and Chris thoughts on it, man.
Young ass.
That's his thoughts on it right there.
Me personally,
Looking ass.
even though I growing up and kind of like this new age league where it's more about scoring than anything, I still do appreciate the good defense because I started watching basketball around the time there was still good defense being played, right? And just the other day, I think it was the Wolves and somebody, and that game was, I think it was Wolves and Clippers, and the final score was 89-88, which was the lowest score this season for a winning team. The previous was like 93 or something like that. Everything else has been over 100 for winning teams this season. That's ridiculous because I remember it was a rare occasion when a team got 100 points in a win. Mm-hmm. It was usually 80 points, 90 points max, and it was always a defensive battle. And I think the league has gone away from being sports to more of a television show. It's more entertainment than it is anything else, right? And the people say, oh, well, the show's getting boring because, I'm not seeing anything. There's no glory in defense. Defense is the gritty, underside. It's the trenches. There's no real, pretty shiny stuff when it comes down to defense. All the shiny stuff is the acrobatic layups, the deep 3-pointers, the dunks over, whatever. So when the league realized like, hey, we're losing traction because there's nothing attractive about the game. Let's go ahead and take away the ugly part of the game. The ugly part of the game is still what makes the game beautiful, right? I appreciate defense because it's effort, right? And without the ugly stuff, you can't appreciate the body of work as a whole.
Yeah.
Hey Mel, I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Man, that was like a 20-minute take, man. Damn. Man, asked him one question. That man gave a whole soliloquy out this.
I like good word. Good word, E. That's a good word right there.
Hey, man, you know what? Hey, it's the same old thing, man. Offense sells tickets, defense wins games, man. The NBA is concerned about selling tickets, man. They want it to be entertaining. They want people to watch. So if from a business aspect, I get it. Defense don't get a lot of picks, but defense wins games. So if they're not playing defense and you are playing defense, you got a good chance to win, man, especially if you can play on the offensive side too. So, I mean, I get it. I understand the business mindset of it. And, I mean, there probably won't be nobody else getting 40,000 points like LeBron, but, I mean, I get it.
I mean, is that true, though? With the 40,000 is a lot of points. If somebody is able to match the LeBron longevity, which I think is amazing in itself. This is not a LeBron hate show, regardless of the commenters. If somebody's able to match that longevity with the way that the game is playing out, if there are no changes, you don't think somebody else gonna get 40,000?
I don't see nobody else staying as long as LeBron staying. I honestly, I think that last championship LeBron should have retired personally.
Yeah, 15 years.
The one from earlier this year?
No, not that one, not the fifth one.
Yeah,
my bad. I didn't know.
Not the fifth one.
DC Slim said you need PEDs and EPO to get 40,000.
It ain't even came out yet. That new PED.
I think when they won that one in the box, they should have. He could have retired then, bro.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, he still had some level. He was only 35 then, man. And I mean, it's like Dirk played 20. Kobe played 20. Like, and he came out of high school, so I get it. But I'm with Zoe. The way the league is as far as it being a Harlem Globetrotter league where they're allowing you to score. It's just a scoring contest. The environment exists for someone to get 40, but like Eric said, whose body's going to hold up that long and who also wants to play that long? You got to want to play 21 years on top of your body's got to be as durable as LeBron's body has been, and they don't make them like that.
Well,
go ahead.
If the way the game is being played now, if it stays on this plane or even goes further in the direction that it's already headed, right? You already take out the most aggressive part of the game, which is defense. That's the most aggressive part that the body has to deal with. You take that out, and all it is you just chucking up shots. That's not as hard as playing. And so you take out. So it's not.
But still, who's gonna want us play that long? Like look at Steph. He jacked shots up just as much as anybody. And he ain't nowhere near. He ain't even nowhere near 30,000.
He would barely make it if he made every single shot in his career. He would barely make 40,000.
Also, got to remember how many injuries that Curry dealt with in his time as well.
Yeah. Right, and it's just ankle injuries. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have a player who wants to play 21 years on top of be physically as imposing as LeBron as well.
Yeah,
and I don't think it'll take 20 to get 40,000.
Like, do you like Luka is on pace to break all of LeBron's record, but do you think chubby Luka is gonna play 21 years and hold up?
No,
as long as he keeps not playing defense, possibly.
Hey, you know what? And you know what? It's gonna be the ugliest 40,000 you ever seen.
There it is. Hey, we need to start getting Get it like a little buzzer or something, man.
Got
Somebody
to.
in the comments was waiting for it. E.
Uh-huh.
Hey, the phone lines is open, man. Y'all can call in and weigh in on what y'all think about
The other part that y'all hadn't talked about is how prevalent sports betting is, and the role that's going to play on any of it.
That's gonna be bad, bro.
That's a good
Gonna
one.
be terrible.
Y'all remember that movie? What's that
Blue
movie?
chips.
Blue chips.
Nah, Owen Wilson was in where he got frozen in the capsule, and like 1,000 years later he came back and everybody was dumb.
Oh yeah. Don't nobody know the name of that movie, but yeah.
That's how the NBA. That's how the NBA gonna be in about 40 years, man. We gonna look at it and be like, man, what the heck? People gonna be betting during the game. Players gonna be betting. You know, it's gonna be a cesspool, man.
Yeah, it is.
DC
Especially
Slam, what's
with-
up, big dog?
Oh, there he is.
Fellas, first of all, hey man, don't be dipping for no week, man. I'm telling you, man, we that ain't work out this week. All right, you know what I'm saying? I literally ain't had nothing to watch. Yesterday, y'all heard me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there smoking all the good and just flipping through YouTube, ain't find nothing to watch. So please, man, please don't do that again. If you need a substitute teacher, your boy is right here. Okay, so that's that. Yeah. But look, let me throw something at y'all real quick. I think
Pause.
with this basketball thing, about to go deep, pause for y'all. All right. I think y'all overthinking this, man. I think basketball is basketball. It's been rigged. And look, the Jordan fans ain't gonna like me saying this, right?
All right.
But Jordan is kind of responsible for this too with the Pistons thing. So, like y'all was talking about, defense is so boring and ugly. It's really not gonna sell tickets, right? Because you gotta understand, man. Ain't nobody coming to see you just score 4 points a game. So that's the business part. As a fan, we're not looking at it from that standpoint. I think the NBA is bad, but I don't think it's like trash, like terrible. I might say that sometimes. I don't think it's that bad. I just think a bunch of us old dudes, and I don't know how old a lot of y'all is. Man, y'all need to get over that times be changing. You're not going to get 93 defense no more. Not only that, it's too many athletes to play defense. Man, you couldn't stand in front of some of these dudes if you tried. So a lot of that got to go into play too. I don't think it's just you. I don't think you can blame one particular person. This been going on for years. The NBA been rigged forever. So, that I'm just going to be honest, man. That's what helped Michael Jordan be what he is. That's why he was so popular, because they attached their wagon to Michael Jordan and created a giant. So, I mean, this is a touchy subject for real, fellas, because this more got to do with business than anything, man. And I don't want to hate on the youngins. Like I watched Ant-Man last night, that Minnesota game. I mean, the game wasn't bad. It's just fast. You know what I'm saying? But get off your front porch, fellas. You're not getting that 93 defense no more. So stop asking. Just deal with what you got and try to appreciate it for what it is. Because I'm trying. I think I'm coming around with that nowadays. Just being a hater. You know what I'm saying? Because we can always just keep finding something wrong to say about the NBA. But it's just too many athletes. I ended with this. You got too many Jordans in the league today, as far as athletic-wise. It was only one Jordan. Everybody plays that way, so you really can't play no defense. And these youngins, man, we got to talk about the attention span of people. Whew, boy, they don't understand basketball, so they only there to see stuff. So you can't sell a smart product to a bunch of dumb people. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you all the time, man, you got stupid people with smartphones out here. You really think they're going to understand what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Love the show. Best fucking show on the jump. Peace out, fellas.
All right, bro. Thanks, man.
Appreciate the snow.
Did he make a good point? Are we asking for something we never gonna get back again?
No, it's over, man.
I think it is. I think we're dealing in nostalgia, but it's like, because it's like we know that we can get it hurts because we can't get back to this, right? It's right there. It's just that nobody wants to do it.
It's not profitable. If it's not profitable, they're never gonna do it.
Mel, what's the take limit for Chris?
Sheesh.
And, hey, whatever the take limit is for me is however many limits you got coming in and out the stream.
Damn, man. Take limit for Chris, man.
Wait, hold on. That's a good question. But both of y'all got good questions. So Chris, you tell me how many takes you want, and then Eric, you tell me how many exits and enterings you want.
I only had one, man.
This episode so far.
Yeah, and we 30 minutes in.
Hey, I got a 6-hour show, man. Hey, I can't go.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you're right. Last week was crazy. Hey, y'all, we're not doing that again. We love
I told y'all it was gonna be a super show from all the topics we had. Y'all ain't want to believe me.
Man, I drove all the way down to San Diego. Y'all still had a show for it. 8:30 at night.
Hey, we're gonna do better. We're gonna do better, man. We'll take one more call before we move to the next one, man. We'll take one more call. He said Luka can get 40K. He got to play 21 years, and with that fat suit he wearing, it's gonna be real tough, man.
It's already been 6. It's already been 6. As in the words of E, some of the ugliest basketball we've seen over the last 6 years.
And Luka played a lot of professional ball. His body is not going to withstand 14 more years of playing at a high level. It's just not. He's physically not going to be able to do it.
No, and he said he didn't want to anyway. And like, you know, I think he loved beer and cheeseburgers too much to stay disciplined for 21 years. I mean, the last person I seen withstand or withhold from something that he loved was Lawrence Taylor. And that man said he didn't smoke crack his whole career. As soon as he retired, he went straight to the block and got a 20. So, I mean.
Yo, imagine Lawrence Taylor on crack. On the field. Do you see him on the field? Imagine him if he had his vices. I don't know. That man would have killed somebody.
Hey, shots to LT, man. Not crack. No shots to crack.
Yeah.
He the GOAT, though. He the GOAT, for sure.
Man, look, hey, it's a bunch of young girls happy as hell. LT is off the joint.
Oh man, all right, man, we'll move, man. Man, we got 160 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We should have at least 150 likes in here, man. Nice. And let's get some more call-ins in here on this next topic, man. But hey, so I was listening to the OG podcast. Jeff Teague was on there. First of all, Jeff Teague is like one of the funniest podcasters out of all the NBA players. He's hilarious, man.
Great story.
So they had to get him on this one. And he gave us a lot of content, man. So we're going to cover a couple of things he said, man. This is the first one as far as dealing with LeBron, Kevin Durant, and super teams.
That's stuck in our head. That's stuck in our head the whole season. So next year, they got what they wanted. They got number 1 seed, and we had number 2. And they got home court. And we made it personal because we had just remembered that they were saying that it made it seem like the only reason we won because we had home court. It was like, if we would have had home court, we would have won. Next year, we get home court, we're going to win. Okay, now y'all got home court. Now what y'all going to do?
Y'all team was cheating, though. Let's keep it real.
No,
I remember when Bron came to Miami. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is weak." I ain't gonna lie, this week. I ain't give a fuck. I was in my 3rd year. I was like, I don't care. I just want to hoop. I'm trying to get paid. But I remember Joe. I was at Joe Johnson's house, and he was just like, "Why would they do this?" He was like, "That's weak, man. Bron, he weak for that." Then when I got older and I seen KD do it, and I was like, why would he do this? Like, that's weak. But when y'all came together, that shit was crazy. And I thought you was leaving. I was hype as hell.
I was going to leave.
He said, I was hype. I'm like, they ain't got the glue.
I was.
Yeah, they ain't got nobody.
They ain't had no money.
I know.
Because of him.
But you got it back.
See how I get blamed for everything,
him.
but you always get blamed for getting that money, and I rock with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He still get the money, man.
Oh yeah,
He got the money, man.
What I would say about that team is we all had to go through a process of nobody wanted to step on each other's toes.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to make everybody feel comfortable. We had that training camp on the Army base. I think that's when that Bron went at D-Wade went at Bron, I went at CB. Everybody went at each other, and I think that kind of helped smooth it out. Because
I really hate each other then, though. Because they had that on TV.
They had that on TV.
I was watching. I was like, damn.
Bro, it looked like Remember the Titans, bro. When they went
I ain't gonna say I hated y'all. I hated Norris Cole and Mario Chalmers. Because I was like, damn. And I think Pat Bev was there.
Yeah, Pat Bev was
I
there.
was like, they lucky to know. Like, damn. But I didn't know, like, be honest, the Rio and them, their job was probably harder.
Oh. D-Wade said this to me not too long ago. He said, I didn't realize how hard your job was. A guy that comes into the game and not knowing how many shots or where he gonna get his shots from, but you got to be ready. He's like, I never really thought about how hard it was to be in your position. He's like, me, I know I'm gonna get my shots. I'm gonna get whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want. He's like, I never thought about how hard it is for a guy that don't know where their shots coming from, don't know when they're gonna get them, to still be ready. He's like, I thought about it the other day. He's like, that can't be
It was
easy.
most messed up part of.
So starting with Eric and Chris, man, super teams, whether it's LeBron forming it in Miami or Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors and forming a super team, do you agree with Jeff Teague where he said it was cheating, or do you think it's fair game, or do you think it's something else? Like what word would you attach to a player of LeBron and KD's caliber who was 1 and 2 in a lot of people's mind in the entire league jumping on the super team?
Honestly, man, I think it was just weak, bro. It was weak. You would never have Jordan and Larry Bird get on the same team together. You would build a team around your elite player, and your elite player would play elite, which would cause you as a franchise to make a superstar player. I mean, that's just the era I came from. Now this is a more all friends league where, you know, you can just join any team and try to get a ring or try to create a super team. I mean, that's just the way the league has went. When KD went to Golden State, I thought that was the weakest move ever because KD with what's my man name he had on OKC with him?
Westbrook.
With Westbrook, they really should have won that series.
It was up 3-1.
It was up 3-1.
Sure.
Right. So and then the way they treated him once he got there, after they won the championship, the way they treated him once he got there, I mean, it just goes to prove that, bro. That's just kind of a weak move, man. But it's the way we're moving as the league is moving.
Yeah, you're right, man. They did treat him like trash, man. It was almost like a dude, you know, going out of town and meeting this girl and telling her all these sweet nothings and like, man, won't you move back to Cali with me, man? Come back to the crib, and then you convince her to leave her man, and then she show up, and she a sister wife. You got 2 other wives waiting on her. That's what happened to Kevin Durant. He showed up, and it was like, oh man.
Hey, that was like the Love Is Blind series. Hey, it was like you got to the altar, and the Golden State was like, nah, I'm not the person I need to be yet.
I ain't quite there yet.
Yeah, I ain't ready.
Oh man, but nah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I like what you said at the beginning when you said the normal way it goes is a superstar player has a regular team built around him of a co-star and role players, and then another superstar player has the same thing, a co-star and role players, and we just see which superstar can carry their team the furthest. But you know, when you're saying, hey, the superstar I'm supposed to compete against, I'm gonna join him, and then I'm gonna grab another superstar as well that I'm supposed to be competing with, and we all 3 go join, and we're not competing, we're on the same squad, and then we go act like that, you know, whatever I achieve is just as good as what Michael Jordan achieved. I think that's fraud.
Hey, cause look, now you got the Splash Brothers. You got, you know, it's just everybody's teamed up. You know, it's the Splash Brothers. It's, you know, it's a community basketball right now. It's not individual basketball. Community AD and LeBron, like 1 and 2. It's not just this is the guy.
Moneyball said Jordan always had the best 3-point shooters on his team. I don't even know what that means. Like if Craig Hodges is the best 3-point shooter and he plays 10 minutes a game, how does that help? Like
you took the words right out of my mouth. Like, okay, he had the best 3-point shooters. If you want to call Craig Hodges, Steve Kerr, who else? Paxson. Paxson was a shooter.
But yeah, he was all right.
He was all right. But their shot attempts and limited play completely nullified them.
Yeah. Nobody even cared about that. We didn't even care about them.
Who cares?
Steve Kerr couldn't even get off the bench in Cleveland behind Mark Price and Terrell Brandon.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
They was like, who? We were like, Craig Hodges. You gotta look it up.
Hodges, like
Craig Hodges. He played. Oh, okay. I remember him. It was Craig Hodges, bro.
Somebody
go ahead, Chris.
So,
Moneyball. I know. Hold on. Sorry, Chris. Moneyball. I know what I know what you are. Go ahead.
He He said Armstrong was the leading three-point shooter.
I know what you are. Go ahead.
Oh man, that's funny.
Chris, go ahead, and my brother. I apologize for interrupting you for that. I know what you are, Moneyball. Go ahead.
No, you good though.
Hey, Chris, we got you on the timer, Chris. Don't worry about it.
So I'm actually gonna call it fair game.
Sheesh, you see you saying that because you like KD and you don't want to put Kevin Durant in the blender.
I may explain the reason why. Let me explain. So watching that OKC team, I watched it from its inception, 2008 onward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to the untrained, to the naked eye, somebody who didn't watch the team consistently, you would say that sure they built that team around KD, which is cool. You ended up with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Ibaka, Cephalosha, Nick Collison. They groomed Steven Adams, yada yada yada. Cool, right? What a lot of people fail to understand is that towards the end, after that Miami series where they lost the championship, the team was getting shifted to more of a Russell Westbrook-led team than a Kevin Durant-led team, right? So Kevin Durant was getting taken out of. He was supposed to be the number one guy, 100%, right? The reason why I see this fair game is we as the fans are the ones that label these players as generational talents. We give them these labels as all-stars, superstars, the guy, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. They just go play, right? We always say that there's no championship won without help, right? So you have a guy or two, and you have role players, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Warriors when KD joined them, right? You take Clay and put him anywhere else, he's not the number one guy. You take Draymond, he's not the number one guy, right? Steph would probably be the only number one guy.
I agree. Maybe Iggy if he was in his prime, but I'm with you.
Maybe, right? So you got KD and Steph, right? That's your 1-2 punch. Jordan had Pippen, 1-2 punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shaq and Kobe, 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
So all these 1-2 punches, that's fine. A lot of people see it as a cheap move because he just lost 3-1. He just blew the 3-1 lead or whatever. Yada yada. They were 73-9 the year before. Whatever. But a lot of people just gloss over the fact that the league was built off of 1-2 punches, Malone and Stockton, right?
I don't think we were counting Clay. I think we were counting Clay.
We weren't.
Well, hold on. Let me just say this. I don't think Clay's a superstar, right? So my definition of a super team is 3 superstars in their prime. So when you really look at the Warriors, they only had 2 superstars in their prime. I don't think Clay is that. However, Clay was in his prime. He was very close. He was definitely an all-star, a perennial all-star.
Thanks.
Just by how well Golden State was constructed, and
that's what I was about to say,
and the threat that Clay was from 3. I don't know if he could be a number 1, but I would make an exception to call him
a 1A.
I would make an exception, just the same exception I made for Ray Allen because he was that much of a weapon. So I would count those 3 guys, Steph, Clay, and KD, as a super team, just like I would count Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG as a super team.
Well, it wasn't just, and I to your point, it wasn't just Clay. It was Clay combined with Iggy, combined with Draymond, combined with the whole squad. Yeah.
It was perfectly constructed. It was perfectly constructed, which made Clay that much more of a weapon.
But to speak on the original question, is that fair or foul? I'm gonna say it's fair. It's fair.
Okay.
And I
for both of them, Miami and Golden State.
Yeah, and anybody else who want to do it.
Sheesh.
Listen, I live by my mantra in any competitive event is, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
So you do say it's cheating there.
Nah, listen, if the rules of the salary cap and the luxury tax allows you to afford these guys, then do it.
This is a good comment. That is a good comment, right? He said KD was bought to Golden State for insurance purposes against the refs and Adam Silver. Remember, I always say you can rig a game through the officiating, but if the team just don't miss shots, there's nothing the league can do.
I could, you know what? I could see that because that team was well constructed to like when they got KD. Like if KD had an off night, Steph and Clay was going off.
Yeah,
if Steph had an off night, Clay and KD was going off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was going. It was a rare occasion when none of them was hitting, and if none of them was hitting, that means they probably wasn't in the game at all. They probably was resting.
Yeah, it
so
was tough.
I could see that. I could see that.
It was literally that team as constructed, which minus KD, was already really solid from top to bottom. Like, and they played off of each other. Steph, of course, we know where his perimeter defense was lacking. That's where Clay would step in. They both could shoot. You had Iggy, who was, always been a defender, always been an athletic defender. Then you had Draymond, who was like the glue guy. He was the Udonis Haslem for the Heat, but instead for the Warriors. He wasn't a guy that needed to produce a whole bunch. And then they interchanged bigs every year. Remember, Bogut was on a team with them. And then you had remember when David Lee and David West were there? Like they were able to cycle in those players over and over again. And when they did that, they showed, hey, as constructed, as long as we got a guy who can produce at those big spots, then our guard play can carry the scoring load. Just make sure they can defend a little bit. And when they brought KD in, it was nearly unstoppable because now there is nothing that you could possibly do. There's no scheme for that. You get what I'm saying? There's not a defensive scheme that could stop a shooter like Clay, a shooter like Curry, and then a scorer like KD. There's nothing that you could have did.
And there's a bit of strategy. Wow, shit. There's a bit of strategy to it as well because more so of it just thinking like, man, if we add KD, then our scoring is gonna take off, and we'll just blow teams out the water, whatever. Right? They went and got probably one of only a handful, if not one of the only people that LeBron could not match up against, knowing that probably LeBron was gonna run the East again. Meet him in the finals with a healthy Cavaliers team.
And now he got to face KD.
And you got to face KD. And we've seen it in both series. How many times did LeBron switch off and let Dellavedova guard KD? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
at that time, it didn't matter who was guarding KD. He was coming down, hitting threes, and LeBron faced Dellavedova. Like, it didn't matter who it was at that time.
So it was a strategy aspect too. Like, insurance policy for like, we're gonna beat the refs this way, but also like because we know we're probably gonna end up having to see LeBron because he's running through the East, whatever. We're gonna have to see him again and again. Like at that time, I feel like that might have been prime KD was Golden State. Like he was at the beginning of his prime in OKC, but Golden State was just like that dude was a 99 overall.
Yeah, he was cold.
And
Kevin
that's why
Durant,
he stayed in Oklahoma.
I agree with you. He should, but he was taking a shortcut because he had to show he felt that I've really arrived. I'm the best player in the league, but no one is noticing it. And he was like, man, I just need to meet LeBron on the biggest stage, and the quickest way for me to get there is go join Golden State and let me and LeBron go head to head in the finals so everybody can see. And that's why he wasn't satisfied after the finals, after he won it and got MVP and outperformed everybody. And they still didn't give him his flowers. And he was like, man, I didn't get the same satisfaction from this championship like I thought I was. But that's because he really wanted to be the number one player in the world.
He did.
And now he's not worried about it.
I remember KD saying, even coming out of high school, he was the number 2 behind Greg Oden. And then when he got to the league, LeBron was there. He was always considered behind LeBron. He wanted that number 1 spot. And I think that Mel made a great point saying that that's exactly why he went to, Golden State, even though they garnished, they blew a 3-1 lead to those same guys. Do you think that the satisfaction would have came had he won in Brooklyn after he left Golden State? That's a question.
I think it would have. I think it would have. Yeah.
Hey, we got a call on the line.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Push him through.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Peace.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
It's the Man Down Sports, man. Appreciate everybody on the panel, man. What's going on, fellas? I see y'all got the super team conversation going on. Look, to that point right there with KD, man, that was a weak move. You know, regardless of how we look at it, that was a weak move. They had went to a finals already, and then you know what I'm saying. If they'd have kept the team together, probably got one more other piece, they would have went back to the finals. By him joining with Golden State was weak. How many games did Golden State win the year prior to him joining the team?
Like 73.
Like
73.
almost
73, but none of that matters if you don't get a ring from it.
I mean, hey man, but the potential is already there, bro. The potential is already there. So that's like him joining a team that's already a championship contender. You know what I'm saying? They had their own thing going on. Despite whatever problems him and Russell Westbrook had, they should have worked that out. Now look, Klay Thompson is a 5-time All-Star. You know what I'm saying? He went to the All-Star game 5 times. So like, you know, the conversation saying that at one point in time, where I guess when he was in his prime, he can definitely be a star of a team.
A number one on a successful team?
Yeah.
I mean, so you would count him as a superstar. Let me ask you how you feel about if you say Kevin Durant's move to Golden State was weak. How do you feel about Wade, Bosh, and LeBron joining the Big Three in Miami? Do you feel it's similar?
That shit was weak too.
Oh my God, that was that was even weaker. Look, but check it out. Look. Check this out. Can I say one thing real quick, right? I got a phone to pick with you, man. Down sports. You my brother. Now just a friendly NBA conversation. You said a couple weeks ago that Jaylen Brown wouldn't be a starter on any other team, bro. I think
no, not star. No, not star. I said he wouldn't be a number one leading a successful playoff team.
Nah, yes he would. Yes he would.
You think so? That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Who's similar to Jaylen Brown's skill set that's leading the team as a number one?
All right, but look, let me just counter that, right? He holds the Celtics together because Tatum always be having these collapses. Even in that series against Golden State, he was the only one who was consistent.
Well, that could be true, but I watched that whole entire playoff series, and I seen the first round when they played Brooklyn. I seen how they officiated against Kevin Durant, where you could tell the NBA was pro Boston, and Tatum and Brown was getting all the calls. They got all the leeway to be physical with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and then it reversed when they got to the finals. When they got to the finals, it reversed, and they didn't get those calls no more. Steph was getting them.
All right, so the NBA fixed it.
It's conspiracy theory, man. I know.
Yeah, the NBA is 100%. The NBA is 100%. I ain't gonna say 100% fixed, but they fix certain games at certain times. It's a lot of manipulation in the NBA for sure.
Listen, Jaylen Brown. Listen, I'm gonna say this before you say this. Before you go on to your next point, I'm gonna let you speak. Jaylen Brown don't have a left hand. That is basic basketball. Listen, I'm from the state of Georgia. I followed Jaylen Brown his whole career. He went to Pebblebrook. Of course, he went to West Coast to play college ball. He is a absolute number 2, and he's great at it. That's why he's able to uphold that team when Tatum has these lapses. He's when the pressure's on you. Ask Tyrese Maxey when Jason Tatum is or when your main star is out, what it's like to be that sole focused number one, and the team schemes for you. They scheme for Jason Tatum. They don't scheme for Jaylen Brown.
You don't think he can average? So you don't honestly. Let's sit here and ponder, right? If he didn't have Tatum, right? You don't think he can average 30 points a game?
No,
I don't know about 30. Maybe 24.
How much is he averaging right now? How much is he averaging right now?
I'll look it up. Keep talking. I'll look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Over 23.
Yes.
Like over 22 or 23. So now look. Now, so check it out.
Okay.
So now we take Tatum out the equation. Tatum out the equation. He's going to get at least 10 more touches a game. Mm-hmm. So you don't think he can average 30 points a game? Really?
Yeah, but he go get at least 20 more double teams.
Exactly.
A game as well.
Exactly. What's going to happen is when you become the focal point of the offense,
It changes everything.
It changes everything. Like, okay, now we don't have to worry about Jason Tatum. When teams are looking at scouting reports, they're saying, all right, who is the number one threat on the Boston Celtics? Draymond Green, as much as I don't like his Shrek from Donkey looking self, he said the other day, Jason, we're not accounting for Jaylen Brown getting hot from three. That's when they blew him out in 3 quarters and they had the starter sitting on the bench. You're not accounting for that. We saying, okay, we're going to do whatever we can to stop Jason Tatum. Granted, Jaylen Brown does a great job at picking up the team in the event that Jason Tatum's offense is not working. But once you become that primary guy, once you become
but he's doing it. He's doing it right there, though. But look, to your point right there. Listen to what you just said. When they shut Tatum down. Now, once they shut Tatum down, hold up. Once he get hot, the defense is going to sit and apply pressure down. It's impossible for them not to account for him out there getting hot, and he can win the game himself too. So we got to think about what you just said.
But Tatum's still on the roster. Like,
he's still there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they know he's like, man, Tatum looked terrible in that series, brother.
But it was for good reason. They was playing prison ball and they was allowing it because that was Steph's year to do his thing. They played prison ball. Right. But look, this I say this, and I got a question for you. But it's some of the games where people say that Tatum disappears. It's not that someone's shutting him down and he's disappearing. It's a beautiful song, and it's a beautiful two-way dance that Brown and Tatum do where they take turns.
To keep everybody happy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes Brown will take the lead, like in that Denver game. Tatum only had like 15, but Brown had almost 40.
He let
you know what I'm saying?
But now listen, check this out. Scottie Pippen couldn't do that.
He didn't have to because Mike was a machine.
He couldn't do it.
Mike, look, this the thing with the Bulls and Scottie Pippen. If Mike's shot wasn't falling, they made up for it on defense, and they figured something out. But then by the fourth quarter, Michael make a couple of big shots, whether he was hot or not. But they go play some defense. That's the thing that's missing from this league. Ain't nobody making up for it on defense. Let me ask you this question though, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, let me just say one thing to that point right there.
You think Jaylen Brown is on? You think Jaylen Brown is 100% better than OJ Mayo and Tyreek Evans?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, he's better. Look, he's better. Look, I'm gonna run some players down right now. We can run down some sidekicks right now, right? And some stars. He's definitely better than Butler. He's definitely better than Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, Butler's the number one though.
Definitely, brother. He's better than Butler, man.
He's the number one.
Definitely better than Butler.
Hey, that's a good comparison though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't mad at that.
I think Brown.
I don't agree, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know why Jaylen Brown looks better than Jimmy Butler though?
Because he don't have a game plan against.
Because he got Tatum. Because he got Tatum.
Exactly. Jimmy Butler is part of the game plan. Jaylen Brown is not.
Fellas, let's sit here and think as a coach, right? And let's do the scouting report, right? Let's sit here reasonable as sports. We all watch sports, and let's do the scouting report. I am not. If me as a coach, I am going to apply equal pressure onto Brown. I'm not going to forget that's Brown out there. See, I'm gonna say this.
Hold on. What's your name again, bro?
A1.
Yeah,
A1.
You got to save A1.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this. With Brown's, I think Brown's a little taller than Butler, and I think Brown's 3-point range is better than Butler's, and he's younger and he's stronger. With that being said, I would love to see what Brown would look like as a Miami Heat. I think he's fit. I think he's fit for Miami. I think he will be. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good comparison to say him and Jimmy Butler. It's definitely a conversation for sure. But what Butler got in his freaking heart, it ain't on Boston squad nowhere.
And I haven't.
Not to mention, this is just regular season Butler. We forget it's a whole different Butler.
Listen,
bro.
Game season.
A1. I got somebody else on the line. You can hold. But let me get to this caller from Philly. Caller from Philadelphia. What's up? Can you hear me?
Yo, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us good?
How y'all doing, man?
Man, we good. What's your
I
thoughts?
just wanted to start off with saying y'all got one of the best basketball shows, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm a truck driver, so I listen to y'all a lot when I'm driving.
No doubt, man.
But,
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate the love.
Yeah, anytime.
Stay safe on
anytime.
them roads,
But
too,
on
man.
the subject of the super teams, I don't like either one of them, KD or LeBron.
Mhm.
But to me, I feel like LeBron is a little worse, not by much, but a little worse because I think he set the precedent.
That's
And
fair.
so I don't think if LeBron hadn't set the precedent of forming a super team, I don't think that KD would have done it.
I agree.
And I think that if, I forget which one of you guys were, I think Mel, you had said it just a couple minutes ago. I think the Warriors got KD not because of purely basketball reasons, but I think they saw how that finals transpired in 2016. And they said, if we're going to beat this team ever again, we're going to have to make sure that we have our deck stacked enough to compete with not only LeBron and that team, but also the NBA.
So, and
that's the way I look at it.
And that's a good point. Wasn't that the series where Aisha Curry tweeted and went off on the NBA and said it was rigged and all that stuff?
Yes.
Exactly. And I forget which podcast it was, but Ty Lue went on, I think it was All the Smoke or one of those podcasts. And he literally said their game plan for Steph was to just grab him, foul him, and do as much as they can to get away with that.
Right.
And just dare the refs to call the whistle.
Yeah.
And you could tell by, you look at video of Steph's arms, he got scratches all over him, he's bleeding, all this stuff. And so, like, that was literally their game plan. And I think the Warriors said, hey, look, if we're actually going to beat this team ever again, we need to have our deck stacked.
Yeah,
and like you said, right? I always talk about this with my boys. When it comes to the NBA, and I tell them that the NBA is rigged to some degree, they say, oh, man, that's conspiracy theory. And I say, look, man, if the NBA wants a certain team to win, they're just going to referee that in that team's favor.
Exactly.
But if a team gets hot, there's nothing the NBA can do about that.
Correct.
Exactly. Because then it'll be too blatant.
So it'd be too blatant, right? So like if I'm playing you and the refs are calling all the fouls for you, but I go 10 for 10, there's nothing they can do about it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think that was the Warriors' reason for being like, okay, we got to get KD, or we're okay at least with having KD on our team, because back in the day, 90s, early 2000s, that was part of the aura of a player like Kobe, right? He won 3 with Shaq. He went through some downturns, and everybody respected him even more because he took that dip. He came from the bottom and brought the team back up.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the NBA doesn't want that. They're looking for just to have one person up on the pedestal, and that's all they want. They don't want to look at the long game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the way I look at it.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate the call, man. That's a good call.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Anytime.
Yep.
Have a good night, y'all.
Yep.
Yep.
And I want to address this comment that's on the screen. No,
So,
you don't need a super team. I mean, the perfect example I like to use is the 04 Pistons. To me, that's a team full of role players. That's a team full of role players, and they 4-1 a Kobe Lakers team, right? There was no that is not a super team by any stretch of the mean, right? They just were well put together, they were well coached, and they got everything that they needed, right? Denver last year, not a super team. I'll agree to that, right? It's just a well put together team built around their number one. They had their number 2 healthy, which was Jokic, and then a bunch of role players who did their job. That was just one of the better well put together teams we've seen recently. However, they did go against Miami. Now that's not a slight to Miami.
It was a sacrificial lamb.
Miami wasn't,
Great call. Sacrificial lamb. That's exactly what
Miami wasn't. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
Now I still got A1 on the line, and I got another caller too.
Okay. All right.
Tired of fools. Anybody who is not biased saw the first time we heard Big 3 super team was Boston. I don't think anybody is discrediting that. I think that's when we heard Big 3 for the first time. They got one title out of that. And you know what I'm saying? They got one title out of that, and then sooner or later they went to, or at least KG and Paul Pierce went to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray Allen went to Miami.
Yeah.
With that other big three that we're talking about.
A lot of people, I mean, I understand. Yes, it's considered a big three, and it was well constructed. It was well put together. But also, you got to understand that team, part of that big three, was on the back nine of their career.
Oh
yeah, they were still in their prime, so I call them a super team.
Yeah,
first super team in our era, but they only had a 3-year window, and that window got even smaller when that window closed when KG injured his knee, because that took KG out of his prime. So now you don't have a super team anymore. You got 2 superstars and one not in his prime anymore.
Exactly. Especially when you think about what KG was to those Boston teams. He was the communicator on defense. He was that back line of defense, and he could still score the basketball. Like, he was the difference. He was the difference. And once he got hurt, they wasn't a big three no more. It was 2 good players. It was 2 superstars and a really good player. But at that time, you got to think about what was going on. That's when Bosh went to MIA. That's when everybody else went to Miami. So at the end of the day, only reason he said, hold on. Only reason Boston lost to LA was Boston lost big.
Hey, caller, what you think, man? I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, go ahead. Whoever the caller is.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna go with that. Your new caller, Jay, and then I got one caller from Cali, and then we'll finish with A1 and move to the next topic.
All right.
Listen.
What's going on, bro?
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead with the caller you got.
Hey, caller, you there?
Nah, this is A1. I'm still on the line.
Yes, it's somebody else on there too.
Oh no, I'm not on your post.
All right, well, let me get this caller from Cali. Hey, brother from Cali, go ahead.
No, I was just talking about that. Well, on even on the super team, subject. Yeah, like as much as we don't like, the KD and team that we with the Warriors. When the 2016 finals, I started to like Curry at the end, like at the beginning of like 2014, when I saw him like exploding, from the three, like, and everybody like I was fifth grade at that fifth grade at that time, but like going up on like how they won against like the Cavaliers in 2015, and then 2016 they went back up with the 79 with the greatest record, but they didn't win a chip. And I know I get that it don't mean nothing without if it doesn't have, they don't win a chip. But when you look at that finals, and I hear people say, oh well, that was like the greatest choke, they choked and everything, but then like you guys was talking about on the last caller, it was kind of like how I looked at it, and when I watched those games, it was like a rigged, it was a rigged ass, NBA final. Because number one, you got Draymond, the best player, taken out in Game 5, which they could have ended it then, and then you got Game 6 where they was calling bullshit fouls on Curry in Game 6. And about that time, if you know basketball, that drives the whole team's, like energy off. It's like, damn, it's like, well, what's the hold on? One of our best defender is off the court. Then on top of that, our greatest player just fouled the fuck out, and they won. It's like, damn. And then on game 7, it's like that whole momentum just drove to it's like the Cavaliers winning. But that's what I was saying. Like on the last year playoffs when the Warriors was going against the Lakers. You seen that same thing there, to where like they pressuring Curry, they playing Curry, hard as shit. But then on top of that, you got LeBron's team getting all the damn foul calls, and it's like, damn, it's not a coincidence that every time LeBron goes against the Warriors, they gotta physically beat up Curry, and then on top of that, the refs got to be on their side every time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, go ahead.
But I was like, so it's like to that point when Katie's went and joined the Warriors, it was okay. They gave that team a good matchup because literally in the 2015 finals when the Warriors beat the Cavaliers.
Nah,
LeBron, the greatest player on the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
And then you had Curry, which made it 2 even teams because they had one superstar on each team. And you got, the good core players.
To be honest with you, the way I saw that matchup is I think they wasn't even until Kevin Durant arrived, because I don't think Curry is on LeBron's level. I think Kyrie Irving and Curry was on the same level. LeBron didn't have an equal to match him there. Right, so it was basically Curry and Kyrie, and then you got Love and
Clay
and Clay, and then you got Draymond and J.R. Smith. Right, so that's how that matched up. Iguodala coming off the bench, I mean, that he could try to offset some of that, but for the most part, LeBron didn't have an equal until KD showed up, and that's what made it even. Right, so that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, but then also, like that Finals MVP on the 2015, I feel like that was kind of bullshit because I mean they gave it to Iguodala because they say he locked down LeBron James or whatever. But when I look at the stat sheet, he didn't really lock LeBron down. The first game he scored 40, the second game he scored 20, the other game he scored 29, and then the other game he scored 44. It was like, hold on, I mean you didn't really, what else? LeBron do score 60?
Nah. They didn't give him
like that.
Yeah, they didn't give him the MVP for locking him down. No,
30 points.
Ain't nobody locked LeBron down since Jason Terry and Tyson Chandler did it.
Yeah, nobody locked LeBron down.
Yeah. Iguodala didn't lock him down. He executed a game plan that was necessary
for them the series.
Exactly. That's what that was. But hey, bro, I appreciate the call, man. We gotta get to these other ones so we can get through these other topics, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, man. Love you. Thank you, man.
Yep.
He definitely from the Bay.
Yeah.
He definitely from the Yay area.
A1, go ahead and close out your comment that you was making, bro.
All right, we got 3 other super teams before the Miami super team and the Golden State super team. We got, I think that's the 87, 85 to 87 Boston Celtics. We got the Houston Rockets with Barkley, Clive Drexler, and Scottie Pippen teamed up.
I'm gonna say no on that one. I'm gonna say no on that one.
Nah, you don't. I mean, but they all was all-stars. So
all-stars.
I think you're just pulling together a super team based off of each individual's accolades. And I don't think that's a fair.
But that's what we all. I mean,
no. Hold on. The key word in super team is super. So we don't count all stars. We count superstars, and we count superstars that are in their prime. And Hakeem wasn't in his prime. Barkley wasn't in his prime, and Pippen wasn't in his prime.
Scottie wasn't either.
Yeah, they didn't have a prime superstar.
I see what you said. I see what you said.
Citizen team.
Yeah.
I got one more point before I slide up out of here.
All right, make it real quick.
All right, so look, if we would just take Jordan at 39 years old and put him on that Lakers team, do you think it would be a better team?
Hey, you actually leading us to our next topic, man. We ain't gonna answer it now because that's on our next topic, man. So stick around for that.
All right, no doubt.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, last caller from South Carolina. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna say this, man. The caller before that, I totally agree with everything you said about the Warriors and how that finals where Cleveland came back and won. I think I know I heard you guys say that it was Warriors wasn't on Cleveland's level, but they were playing team ball to the point where they was about to run the Cleveland Cavaliers out of that series with a gentleman's sweep. And I think if those outside factors don't come in, I think the Warriors don't even go recruit Durant. If the Warriors win that finals, I don't think they go recruit Durant. I think the reason they went and recruited Durant was to get back at the NBA like, okay, if you're going to do this to us, we're going to make it unfair for the whole entire league. And that's exactly what they did.
I agree.
And I'm out.
I agree. Which thanks, bro. But which is weird because the NBA helped them get past the Thunder when they was down 3-1. Right. Exactly. So it's very weird. And then if they would have won, if they would have won that finals and KD didn't join the Warriors, he was still leaving OKC. So where was he gonna go? Houston with Harden?
Nah,
Interesting, right?
I don't.
I
I
have to go
mean,
back and look now
when you start playing that game of what if, it gets real tricky.
like, but I do agree that
If they do go back to back, they don't go get KD.
no, they don't go with KD.
No,
But
because what
there's
do you
no
need him
reason.
for?
Yeah, exactly. What do you need him for? And I do think that the Warriors went and got KD because they know how it works. They just came back from 3-1 against OKC. Then LeBron does what they do, and they're like, wait a minute, we got to have something to trump this, because I'm sure, just like every other team, they went back and looked at the film. They went back and looked at the film and said, hey, we were held here. We, it was some rough defense being played right here, and we didn't get those calls. They did. Okay, let's get something that can trump all of that. So at the end, they knew exactly what they were doing. Shout out to Bob Myers, because he definitely had something to do with them knowing exactly what they needed to do in order to get over that hump. And once they did, then, once they got KD, the rest is history. But I don't think I keep seeing, let's see, I'm not even going to entertain money, but go ahead. Boston was traded for the asset who signed the free agency there. Exactly. No one appreciate the super chat, James Brick. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, not only shout out to Bob Myers, though, shout out to BJ Armstrong, who was I know you heard the story of Draymond Green. BJ Armstrong was his agent, and when he signed his deal, he said, hey, take this much money, because if you do that, y'all gonna have room for another max player 2 summers from now. And guess who's coming available that year? He said KD. So BJ Armstrong saw it 2 years in advance, man. So that's shout out to him.
So he went from being the best 3-point shooter in the league,
Moneyball,
to the best agent.
Hey, Moneyball, where you come from, bro? Where you come
I don't know, man.
who your people is it
I don't know.
I ain't gonna say no names, but I think I know who it is. But shout out to you, Moneyball. We appreciate the view.
Hey, this one, y'all gonna like this one right here. So that's not the only thing Jeff Teague said on this podcast, man. This dude also thinks Harden ranks above D Wade all time, and he thinks that Harden is the top. He's the number 3 point guard of all. I mean, not point guard, but number 3 shooting guard of all time, behind MJ and Kobe.
Jeff Teague
listen
got
to this
podcast stuff on lock. I shout out to Young Nacho. He got it. He know what he's doing.
Yeah, he do.
All right, so I'm out of pocket for D Wade, James Harden.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, no, we don't touch on that. We ain't letting that slide. We got to talk about that.
But I understood from the perspective of when these kids go to the court, they want to get in their bag.
For sure.
Boom, boom, boom. D Wade was more, I'm going to get to my spot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this pull up 2 in your face or whatever it is. And if you could guard it, good luck. But I'm going to get to my spot and take my shot. So most of these kids ain't doing that no more.
They can't do it.
Got a whole bag and another bag in the car. Most walking through bubble gum, but he could dribble his ass off and do all the drills he see on TV. So I understood that perspective.
I wasn't disrespecting D Wade. I think he's
So the question's at Carlos Bancos. Does Jeff still think ringless foul merchant Harden is better than Hall of Fame D Wade? I didn't write the question.
That's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question.
That's crazy.
Listen,
I think James Harden is the number 3 shooting guard all the time. Me, just like watching this game, going against him, competing against him. Like, it was real life schemes. Like, you had to scheme for D Wade too. But James Harden, when he was by himself in Houston, bro, they was going to the Western Conference Finals every year. They was doing all this stuff. And he was unbelievable, averaging 35, 8.
Yes.
He's one of the easiest scorers there's been.
Like, he was unguardable. And no offense, I mean, like, I ain't trying to disrespect D-Wade. Before Bron got there, no disrespect to you too, Miami was damn near, y'all was competing with us, the Hawks. Like, we was going back and forth.
Yeah.
We wasn't like that. Then Bron came, different stratosphere.
Last year,
wait,
He was nasty. I wasn't there. He was nasty.
Wait. What I ain't gonna let you do
King
is
Kong ball.
What I ain't gonna. No. What I ain't gonna let you do is act like we ain't won a championship before Bron got there.
Nah,
06.
The Braves UD.
Oh God.
Fresh out.
I'm a
fresh
fan.
out UD.
Fed straight back.
Yeah, fresh out the Fed.
I got you.
Yeah, you ain't gonna let that.
Straight backs.
Yeah, that you ain't gonna not.
They brought them back recently. You did what's up? You gotta bring it back.
That UD right there was fighting for his life. That UD ain't had no
all my
money.
life.
That UD ain't had no money. That UD watch what Dirk did in the playoffs to San Antonio and Tim Duncan them, that UD was fighting for his mother life. And I had my homeboys, hey, you let that German cook you, boy. You would never hit the end of it. You talk about a I had an edge times 10.
Nah, facts.
What he ain't gonna let you do.
No. Hey, no disrespect. Y'all was nasty. D-Wade, he's a GOAT. He was nasty.
Ugly after that.
But after that,
yeah,
you know
it got rough. It got rough. We had some rough
I
patches.
see.
We had some rough patches.
For a reason. He's in them cake. I see Joe. Joe was having moments. I'm over there.
Not enough's talked about ISO Joe.
ISO
Joe was cold too. Joe was cold too. So here's the question. Give me your top 5 all time at the shooting guard position. And Jerry West, I guess he can go. He played point guard and shooting guard, but he played point guard most of the time. So I mean, but he was a big guard. So I'm counting him as a 2 guard. And so that's gonna be interesting. But give me y'all 5, and then also tell me if y'all think is any truth to this. Do Jeff Teague have a point? Is Wade behind James Harden?
Are we counting AI as a 2 guard?
Yes,
I was.
Yes.
That means we all was on the same page.
So
go ahead, Chris.
Okay, I got Mike, Kobe, AI, Dwayne Wade, and Paul George.
Small.
Paul George was a 2 guard. Paul George was a 2 guard.
I can't give it to Paul. He's nice though. I was with you all the way up to Paul George. So you said AI, Wade, Kobe, Mike,
Kobe, AI, Wade, Paul George.
At number 5, I'm either going Jerry West or I'm going Ray Allen. I'm sorry, Ray Allen is
Bucks Ray Allen. People forget about Bucks Ray Allen.
Man, Ray Allen is like that, bro. I'm going Ray Allen.
But PG been 2-way though, and when he was a 2 guard, he was premier 2-way.
Is he still a 2 guard? I mean,
no, he's not a 2 guard now.
Older PG, he's more of a small
He's
forward.
a 3.
But when he was in Indiana,
he was 2 guard.
He was a 2 guard PG.
Man, he was
crazy.
cold. He was cold. You know what? I can respect that.
Is T-Mac a 2 guard?
I don't know. Is he a 2 or 3? I don't know. I say
T-Mac
3.
2.
That's tough.
That's tough. But look at all the names, and we ain't even got to James Harden yet.
Exactly.
James Harden is not.
No, he's not.
James Harden ain't in there, man.
He's not
at
there.
all. Not at all.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't have him over AI. I don't have him over D Wade.
No,
and a lot of people want to discredit that 06 championship. Like that wasn't D Wade and a back 9 Shaq. That was mostly D Wade.
That was definitely D Wade's team.
Yeah,
that was definitely D Wade's team. Hey, but when you start talking about point guards, man, it's so many point guards, bro. You got Magic Johnson. You got Oscar Robinson.
True.
I mean, Jerry West. I mean, you got a whole bunch of people before you even start talking about Harden.
we counting Harden as a 2 guard right now, as a shooting guard.
Well, he played point now. He played point now. But he not even top 5 on either list. Honestly,
yeah. So if you did point guard, yeah.
You know what? Hey, what about Gary Payton, bro? Nobody talks about Gary Payton
as a point guard.
I will put him above. Would you put him above Harden in the point guard conversation?
Just off the defense alone. Just off the defense alone. James Harden don't have no defense.
He was one of the premier defensive players in the game, bro. Gary Payton.
Talk about it, E.
That's why he got called the glove.
Man, so going back to the shooting guard.
Mm-hmm.
My list is my list is different, man.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead.
Anybody who says that,
they about to throw a wrench in some shit.
Let's go.
Dialing.
Nah, listen. I got it.
And by the way, Jay, that was you drinking it. That was shaking that ice on the recording.
Oh, I know exactly what it was.
We got ice shaker.
I know exactly what it was, but I was like, dang, they caught that?
They caught that? Go ahead, Jay.
Man, my bad. I got MJ, Bean, 2 threes, which it don't matter if it's Wade or AI. right there. And then for 5, I'm going Vinsanity, man. You can say what you want to.
Ooh,
he had a whole lot of prime years. He had a whole lot of prime years, bro.
Yeah. That's tough, man. Yeah.
I forgot. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. But again, the
point guard, man. It's hard to do point guard, bro. It's just so many.
The common denominator is James doesn't even cross the mind.
Yeah,
well,
James
so the thing about James Harden.
Oh, we forgot about somebody put Reggie on there. I'm not mad at that either.
Now, the thing about James Harden is this right here. A lot of people are gonna go off of recency bias and say, "Hey, he was cooking, he was doing this, he was doing that," and true enough, he was. But he is, and he showed you in Philly that he is a very, 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 very limited guy outside of what he does well. So he's elite at what he does well, and average at best at anything other than that.
Man, Clyde too.
Clyde Drexler, poor Clyde.
Everybody else was pretty good at better than average at everything. You know what I'm saying? Even Vince wasn't known as a shooter, but he'll light that thing up if he had to.
Yeah, he did. He would get
you know what I'm
hot.
saying? Yeah. But so I just think that we got to start if when we're analyzing players, we got to stop just saying how many buckets did they score. When you're trying to say if the question is who was a better scorer, we can go into that. But who was a better player? I mean, it's how you play the whole entire game of basketball.
If I wanted to be disrespectful, I'll even bring up Ben Gordon.
Nah, I ain't gonna go that far. But Ben Gordon was that dude. We called him Ben Jordan.
Hey, listen. So that Bulls team, Kirk Henrik, Ben Gordon, Lou Alday, like that Bulls team was crazy. That might have been the closest thing to another all role playing team who was putting up numbers.
Yeah, and you got to think D Rose came in on the back end of that. So, he walked into a team that was really, really well built.
And became the superstar that team needed. And that's why they was dropping 60-win seasons.
Exactly.
They just kept running into LeBron, and then D-Wade blew his knee out, man.
Mitch was cold. Glenn Rice was cold.
I think the thing with Mitch
was cold.
Michael Redd.
I'm taking Harden over Red. They almost the same player, but I'm taking Harden.
They similar players though.
But the thing about Michael Redd, Mitch Richmond, and we just said his name.
Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice. They were really good players. I just don't. The longevity of the prime wasn't enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Redd had a 3-year run where he was
unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Like that man was cooking. But 3 years compared to what Clyde did, compared to what Jordan did, of course, Kobe, even the guys who Wiz Man Ballin, appreciate the super chat. Those guys on that list, they had runs longer than 3 years.
I mean, because if you think if we only talking about 3 to 5 year spans or whatever,
Brandon Roy,
D Will, Brandon Roy, and ISO Joe is guys that would be higher on the list.
ISO Joe better than Harden.
ISO Joe better than Harden.
Hey, facts.
And I'm ready to argue about it because
ain't no argument, Zoe.
ISO Joe better.
I'm sorry,
man.
Bro,
the franchise.
The franchise, man. Bro, listen to all these names so much better than Harden, bro. Bro,
Man.
hey, Zoe, I'm not gonna lie, man. That mid 2000s Atlanta Hawks team, Josh Smith, Joe Johnson.
Hold on. Time out. Y'all got to find that comment. DC Slim said defund the word GOAT, man.
I saw that,
man.
Mano is better than Harden too, man. Yeah. It's man. I'm sorry, Harden. I'm sorry.
Harden's not there. He's not there. Teague. I know. How old is Teague?
Yeah, I see somebody else giving D Will some props. Deron Williams was crazy for a while.
Point guard though.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But back to your point about Mike Redd, the prime, it just wasn't sustained long enough. Even with ISO Joe just disappeared one night. Like I don't know. He went to
Nah. He had a
so
full
I'm gonna tell
career.
you. So ISO Joe, man, it's just that he wasn't on teams that made enough noise, right?
Yeah.
ISO Joe was cold in Atlanta. ISO Joe was cold in Brooklyn. He was cold in Phoenix. Like everywhere he went, he was a bucket. He just was on teams that made noise.
Yeah, we just never made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. He was cooking folks though.
Yeah,
he was cooking folks. Like he was the number one option on a team that probably needed a better number two option. And that was the thing that
better number two than Josh Smith.
I mean,
Josh Smith ain't no legit number two, man.
He's a great number three, though. He's the dude that is going to do all of the dirt. He's a great glue guy. He's going to grab rebounds. He's going to block shots. He's going to run the floor if he has to on a rebound. He's going to take it coast to coast. But he wasn't that great of a scorer to where he could be counted on. I think his season high in Atlanta was like 17 points a game. Like, and that was consistency. You can't win a championship like that, especially during those eras. We played those Boston Celtics with the big three in the first round.
That Indiana team. That
We
Chicago
played
team,
those teams. We played against those teams repeatedly. And
I ain't gonna lie, the East used to be a gauntlet, bro.
That's why that East's weak stuff is ridiculous to me.
Yeah. Let me say this before we move on. I'm gonna give you three names. I'm gonna actually give you four names, and you tell me, would you rather have them or James Harden? Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston.
Why are we having this conversation?
I'm serious.
I'm taking James Harden over Allen Houston.
Okay, I'm taking Allen Houston and Sprewell over James.
I'm taking Sprewell.
I'm taking Sprewell.
Then Jared Stackhouse.
Oh, give me Stack. Give me Stack.
Stack.
Give me Stack.
Give me James Harden over Stack, yo.
Okay.
So that's 2 out of 3 that Jay would take over. Listen.
I'm about to surprise you but listen, at the same token, give me Q Rich over James Harden.
Nah.
Wow.
No.
Give me James, man. Give me James.
No. So again, what I'm talking about.
Phoenix Q Rich?
Exactly. I'm talking
Phoenix
about.
Q Rich was nasty.
I'm talking about who was a better player. Give me James Harden accolades and what he's done.
James Cole, man.
Hey, hold on. Hey, quick question.
Again, nothing against James Harden. Nothing against him. I'm just saying, pause. Body type alone, give me Q Rich. Pause again. That's crazy.
That was wild. That was diabolical.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question though.
2 pauses. That's 2 pauses, definitely.
2 and 1.
I got it. So
Chris.
was Baron Davis a shooting guard?
Nah, point guard.
Baron, I give him 1.
Hey, shout out B Diddy though.
B Diddy.
Yeah.
Dizzle.
I don't know if he wants that nickname.
Yeah, but somebody said we might as well say Ginobili. Ginobili was better than Harden for sure.
Yeah, Jordan.
And ain't no might as well.
Might as well.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into some more ridiculous takes, man.
What about Vinny Del Negro?
I'm much. Oh, stop it.
Vinny Del Negro. I'm definitely taking James Harden over Vinny Del Negro. I'm definitely taking James Harden over Vinny Del Negro.
Give me Vinny.
Del Negro wasn't trash though. He wasn't trash. Vinny wasn't trash.
Hey, what was Glenn Rivers? Give me Glenn Rivers over James Harden.
He was a point guard.
Give me Glenn the consultant as a point guard over James Harden the shoot guard.
You know, James might not. He said James was top 3 shooting guard all time. He might not even be top 3 shooting guard in Houston history. I'm taking Clyde and Vernon Maxwell over James Harden.
Vernon was a microwave, bro.
Vernon Max.
Vernon Max can get hot, bro.
Glide.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, bring back the classic nicknames too, man. All these nicknames, man, from these 80s and 90s players, man. So dope, man. We got some lame ass nicknames for these players nowadays.
Yeah, Mad Max was a hard nickname. Pause.
Yeah, he was actually mad at every game too. All right, let's move on to Colin Cowherd, man. He's a LeBron
disciple.
He's he be saying some wild stuff, man. And this clip wasn't no different, man. This dude was trying to compare MJ with the Wizards to LeBron now with the Lakers at the same age of 39, man. Listen to this.
All right. So
But I think the longevity that LeBron's had, the greatness, the level he's played at, is almost like it's never been done in the history of basketball. Jabbar was not this dominant.
No,
at this
Michael in Washington was not nearly a vertical player.
He was an average all-star, like 20 points a game. They couldn't sniff the playoffs.
And nobody liked him on the team. Like he couldn't, that team was awful. He was selling tickets. I watched him twice. It was fun, but he wasn't the same Michael. There was no hanging, switching hands midair. Like those days, Michael was out, Michael liked to have a good time. Michael gambled a few times, been out
a few times. Yeah.
He was not the same player at that age.
Yeah, his peak where they won 6 titles against a diminished NBA. Sure, that was awesome. Better than LeBron. But LeBron's career, it's not even close.
No.
Did you see this stat? I think Sam Amick had it. 25, 7, and 7. That's like consistent greatness, right? Not a lot of people have done it in league history. I think 9. LeBron's about to do it for the 12th time. 12th. Jordan's done it once. 25, 7, and 7 is like, I can do everything.
Well,
I make my teammates better.
Well, I think that's what is indisputable. Regardless of what you think, there's never been a basketball player ever, and this is indisputable, that does more well. Magic was not an elite defender. Michael wasn't really a distributor or didn't have a ton of range on his jump shot. LeBron has developed a three-point shot. He still beats anybody he wants off the dribble. In his prime, he was a dominant defensive player, shut down Derrick Rose, the MVP. I mean, shut down a smaller, quicker player. And LeBron, the only thing LeBron has never really said, I want to do, and there's a reason for it, is rebound, because LeBron doesn't want to be under the basket. He wants to be, because of his speed and size, he wants you to do that, get it out to me, and I'll start the break.
You know where you get hurt? Banging inside with Jokic and all these big dudes.
That's right.
Who wants to do that? I certainly don't. I know LeBron doesn't want to. Next up.
Banging inside is diabolical.
Yeah, you crazy
first
for
of
that.
all.
First of all, pause. Let's start there.
Moment of silence for sports media, man, because
Hey man, I don't see nothing he said wrong about LeBron. Man.
Lord have mercy.
What did he say wrong about LeBron, bro?
I knew it. I was looking at Eric's face expression. He was like, "Oh man," he had like he smelled good cooking. When he was listening to it,
He smelled that white homie pie. That's what he smelled.
oh my God.
I knew he was gonna come. E, I appreciate you, E. I appreciate you, bro.
Stay true to yourself, man. Don't change, E. Don't change for nobody.
Hey man, what did he say wrong about LeBron, man?
Lord have mercy.
25, he ain't 25, 7, and 7.
Man, where do we start?
25, 7, and 7.
He said, "Don't ever say that."
I'm gonna tell you, hey, LeBron. If LeBron had 6 rings, right? If he had 7 rings right now, y'all wouldn't even be saying nothing about LeBron.
Yeah, because if he had 7 rings, that mean that his idea of whatever he tried to achieve and the way he did it, it would be validated. Okay, all right, man, you got more than MJ doing it your way. Cool, right? That we would have to shut up. Anything saying something negative about it would just be our opinion on our preference.
Listen,
right? I would prefer you not team hop and form super teams, but if you got 7 by forming super teams, I got to shut up.
Yeah,
but if you forming these super teams and you still can't get more than MJ or Kobe, that says a lot.
He tied with Kobe right now, and he won behind. Yeah, he's one behind. He's one behind MJ.
Stop it. Hey, stop it. Stop it,
Jay has to be stopped.
But listen, because it's people who are in the comments who are starting to say LeBron has 5 championships. He don't see that. Like I saw it the other day.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You saw it too?
Yeah. I love it.
Man.
Jay, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop.
That counts as 5, man. That counts.
Hey, so here's the thing, man. Buddy was wrong. He wasn't wrong. When he started off by saying that Michael Jordan was a different player, he was. By the time he got to the Wizards, he's taken 4 professional years off of basketball. At least 4.
And
It might have been 5.
And 3 straight. He took 1.5 for baseball, and he took 3 off after the Utah finals he won, and then came back at age 38.
Because it was what 99 to 02, right?
He was 99 to 02. He was gone.
Number 2, he wasn't wrong about Jordan like to have fun. Jordan gonna be
but I'm trying to figure out why did it even matter. What the point he was trying to make is that LeBron is better at 39 than Mike was at 39, and I don't think it's any truth to that. I think Mike was still a better basketball player because you don't lose your skills. Only difference is Mike had a bum knee, and LeBron is
juiced.
Well, I ain't gonna say juice. I'm saying his body has held up longer.
Exactly.
Right. So
why would your body held up longer if you did not play any college ball whatsoever? So I don't even know why this is a conversation.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this though. Hold on. Let me say this. For him to have the better body, and for his body to hold up longer, if you see the highlights right here at the bottom left, that's LeBron at 34 when he first came to the Lakers. Since he's been with the Lakers, he's played 55 games, 67 games, 45 games, 56 games, 55 games, 56 games.
Talk that talk, Mel.
MJ at 34 won a championship and played all 82 games. Then he retired for 3 years, came back, played 60, and then at age 39, after a major knee surgery, played 82 again. So if LeBron's body has held up longer than MJ's, how come MJ is playing more games than him throughout the career? He's playing 82 games, way more than what LeBron has.
So hold on. So in the your math is not mathing, brother.
Okay.
In the years between 35 or 34 and 39, there was 3 years Jordan played 0 games.
Correct.
So if you add them up, and then Bron still played more games than him. So that doesn't matter.
Which one you think is harder though? Which one you think is harder, to wear a suit and be a GM for 3 years with the Wizards, and then just take your suit off and throw some Jordans on?
He was not wearing a suit. He was wearing them garbage ass jeans. Don't you do that? That's what we're not gonna do. You ain't gonna put that man in no suit when he had on them Janko jeans. Put him in them jeans. Put him in them jeans.
Them Janko jeans with them "How Did I Get Here" boots. The
Mary J. Blige's.
Yeah, the Mary J. Blige boots.
Listen, nothing's harder than that.
Them was the Rangos with the buckle on the side.
Listen,
them was the Rangos with the buckle on the
nothing's harder
side.
than wearing that
I had a
outfit.
pair of those. Don't do MJ like I had them Durangos.
Listen, nothing's harder than that outfit. Wearing that outfit out in public, that's the hardest thing you could possibly do.
That's the outfit Jay tore his ACL in at a house party on a college campus.
Hey, chat. Mel is not fabricating. Mel is not fabricating.
The outfit was similar. But I had a Rockaway shirt on top of it. So
hey man,
that outfit was diabolical, Jay.
That outfit was diabolical. You should, Jay. You know you my dog. You should have tore your ACL in that outfit.
You should have just ran out.
Yeah, you should.
So what happens is
Shout out NC Central though.
If you live in Japan for 3 years, when you come back, you're 3 years behind on fashion.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it's true.
What? Yeah.
You know,
the outfit was diabolical.
He came back wearing cross colors.
Nah, man, listen. I just turned 41. Cross colors was done when I was in elementary school.
I was just having a conversation about cross colors yesterday. But shout out NC Central and JACL, which is somewhere back on that campus.
But the point I'm trying to make is whether trying to compare LeBron at this age to Jordan at this age is really like trying to compare apples and apple flavored candy. They both may say apple, but it's two different things, man. It's not a fair comparison. However, what he said that I liked was Jordan. His peak in prime was better than LeBron's. And if you're looking at a complete body of work, stat wise, only stat wise, you would have to say that LeBron has the better stats, complete body of work.
Yeah, but did you hear the shade he tried to throw in there when he said yeah, he said in a diminished NBA.
Yeah. Then it wasn't that it was diminished. Listen, this man single-handedly stopped Hall of Famers from ever sniffing a championship.
Man.
But do you know why they call it his league in his era diminished era? Because of the two expansion teams. They say since the expansion teams came, that means the league was weaker because we had to fill up two new rosters. I'm like, man, how
is it not that? It's like, now you want to talk about math, not mathing.
That math ain't mathing right there. Hey, shout out to everybody who's talking about fashion in the comments too. We just started a whole fashion conversation somehow, somewhere. We talking about Carl Carnine and Jabos. Like, I don't even know how that came about, but it's happening.
Man, I used to want a pair of Jabos. So
hey, if
bad,
Carl Carnine came out right now, you better not wear it. Listen to me.
And I'm thinking about getting some Jabos with the straps on the side of them.
Listen, you find something, let me know.
They got some new ones out right now. There's some new ones. The straps are different.
Fubu jersey, I might get a. Y'all remember the Fubu with the Fat Albert though?
Yeah. No, I thought it was Iceberg.
No, that was that platinum Fubu.
That was that
platinum
Fubu.
Fubu. Fat Albert and
Fubu did have a Fat Albert on it though. Yeah.
Well, you know, President Trump bought Fubu. He own it now.
You lying,
man?
Stop playing, bro.
You lying.
Don't listen
That's
to
why
this
he play about them garbage ass shoes.
Now hold on, time out.
Garbage.
Y'all gonna tell me to quit saying 5-ring Brian, and y'all gonna let this man say
President Trump bought Fubu?
Bought Forrest Byers.
Forrest Byers.
Oh man,
Yo, I don't know. Yo, this part has been brought to you by Manscaped, man.
And Underdog Sports.
And Underdog Fantasy.
Hey, if Fubu listening, man, we looking for another sponsor as well.
Hey, we looking for another. Oh, listen.
Hey, I throw some Fubu fucking sweatsuits on, man.
Not me. Not me.
No, I'm gonna do it.
This is a liar. I won't have it all.
You telling me right now.
Hey, nah.
Hey, E, listen to me. Listen to me. You mean to tell me if we got that sponsor in that corner, with Fubu and Fat Albert, you ain't gonna put on no Fat Albert? You ain't gonna put it on
That is Sean John. I ain't fucking with it. Hey, that is that Sean John. Y'all can have that shit.
Sean John? No, well, maybe not.
Oh
now.
my god. Hey, Sean John was my shit.
We do not want your sponsor right now.
Oh boy, y'all so daggone hot.
Hey, so y'all not gonna wear the Sean John?
Not right now. Not right now. Puffy, listen, wait for a little while.
Nah, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna bring the Fat Farm back.
The Fat Farm?
Hell yeah, and the Pelly jackets.
Nah,
Trump might have bought that too.
Yeah, Trump might have bought that. What's wrong with you, bro? Hey, somebody get mail out of here. Let's start there.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I got real tears in my eyes, bro.
Yo, he definitely bought he definitely bought Averex. If you
I had a pair of fire ass Averex jean shorts, man. Shout out to them.
Yo,
You'll never see them again. You'll never get them back.
My boy said Echo Unlimited.
I had that too. Hey, I had the Echo, man.
Hold on, talk about this comment right here wins the comment of the day for me. Oh, no, that's it.
Ball jackets.
This one right here.
I'm buying the black belt.
Everybody get a Cadillac.
Hey, everybody get a Cadillac and Pelly jackets.
Hey, Samurai Jack not wrong.
Hey, the next stimmy pack is gonna be some Dayton spokes.
Yeah.
Hey, them shoes low key tight though, man. I mean it. they low key, they low key that like that, man. I ain't go front, yo.
Hey,
I mess with them.
Hey, listen, the Bosa brothers finna put some cleats on them and finna be calling quarterbacks the N-word all season long, chasing them down.
Oh, Chris, we are not gonna have no sponsors. Hey, we not gonna.
Hey, Mel, play that Gilbert clip again. Start that Gilbert clip one more time.
I know what they can do. Get rid of all the Europeans.
All right, man, let's move, man. Bro, if Trump start wearing them NASCAR jackets, man, that we used to wear in high school.
Oh man, the race car jackets, the
He gonna man, he gonna have us in the headlock, bro.
With the African chain.
Let's just build my studio over here. I catch the replay. Hey,
hey, shout out Wiz,
Oh,
man.
Hey, appreciate the super chat, Wiz Man Baller, man. Yeah, we cutting up tonight.
Boy, y'all are, hey, the thoughts and opinions of each individual talent does not necessarily represent the thoughts of opinion of Man Down Sports as a whole.
Bro.
Oh man,
I forgot about Coogee.
Oh yeah, I might get a Coogee right now, bro.
Oh, the polo boots. Oh man.
Let's move, man. Let's get into our Manscaped segment of the day, which is the MVP race, man.
MVP.
Brought to you by Manscaped, man. And just like always, fellas, it's springtime, and spring is right around the corner, and you know it's time to upgrade that below the belt game. The real flex this year is keeping your boys downstairs fresh and clean. Nobody wants to be that guy with that pube fiesta going on down there. That's why our buddies at Manscaped created the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the ultimate weapon to tame those unruly bushes. Before you hit that pool party or before you go to that Trump speech, make sure your boys are groomed to perfection. Join Manscaped at manscaped.com and go and use the promo code MANDOWN so you can get 20% off. Once again, it's MANDOWN at manscaped.com for 20% off. MVP race, fellas.
Why was this segue perfect?
Spring in action. Spring in action on those.
Yo, why was the segue perfect? Yo, shout out,
my God.
This man said pube fiesta.
Fiesta.
But what don't nobody know is he was looking for fiasco.
Nah. It's fiesta.
Listen, bro.
It's a party down there, man. It's a party down there. Manscaped is invited.
Yo, listen.
I'm not messing with y'all tonight.
Yo, we at 152. Come on, let's finish. Let's finish strong.
All right, let's finish strong. All right, Luka Doncic, man, he's still in the MVP discussion, man. He's on 6 straight triple doubles. Nobody's done that since Westbrook. He's playing tonight, so they blowing out Detroit. I'm pretty sure he got another triple double, so he got probably 7 in a row, breaking Westbrook's record. So they still want to have him in his MVP discussion. Here's some thoughts about it from a couple of usual suspects and one unusual suspect, Gilbert Arenas and Chandler Parsons. Here's Gilbert talking about it.
We also have Miami.
That you see why in the Mavs defensive struggles, with everything that Luka brings offensively, does he need to worry about being a good defender? Is that his problem?
Yes. Yes.
Surround him with that defense.
No.
I'm
just saying. Because look, I told y'all it's Luka, Ant-Man, in Boston, right? But now, like, while I'm watching him, like, I'm starting to pull away from, because he literally just let niggas walk right by him. And it's like, Olay. And that's the effort thing to me. Like, if you gave me effort and you got fouls, one thing, right? That's just showing that you need to play smarter defense. Right.
But if you give an effort and you contesting shots, at least, making it tough, not fouling, like, if they scoring, they scoring. We're going to live with the fact that you just giving effort. But if you're not giving no effort and you coming down on this end and you giving me all the effort,
That's the difference between championship basketball and just out here playing for numbers. And that's why I'm looking at. I'm like, is he really out here playing for numbers, or what you doing, bro? Because you're not giving me the same energy on the other end.
And the other all-time great perimeter players, a lot of them play both ends to some degree. I mean, if you just think about the top scorers and top wing players, they all competed defensively. Some were all-time greats, a la Mike and Cole, but D-Wade, guys like that. But like then you have other guys that will put effort in. They didn't have to be great defenders, but they wasn't like a Olay.
Yeah.
Like they have to cover for Luka, like almost pre-rotate, which is scary. And then you also got Kai out there who they covering for. Like you got two guys that you have to over cover for.
That's not
even
true.
like
Kyrie
hold
Irving
your
played
own.
defense.
So that's kind of scary. And then you start comparing Luka to some of the other all-time greats with the numbers, and you're like, hold up, you got to watch the game, bro.
You got to watch the game.
He's scoring and doing a lot of things, great numbers, and he great, but the separation is, man, he's not guarding that other end.
At all.
I mean, even Kawhi Leonard, who's an all-time great wing, I mean, Paul George, like, come on, man. Just give a little bit of effort defensively.
Gil, you were a key king. I'm just laughing because, I mean,
how you say he don't play defense? He's not even guarding other team best player, and they still say he don't play defense.
And he still,
but I'm saying, but when you
physically can't.
But when you guard,
he better go
why
the Euro
can't he?
route. He's gonna go the Euro
why
route.
can't he though? When you guard the other teams,
Go ahead.
Yeah, when you, like you said, you ain't guarding the high usage guy, so you should be able to help and do stuff. He's not guarding the high usage guy, and people still saying like,
okay,
he ain't playing no D. That's crazy, yo.
Okay, physically in his position, who can he actually guard, even if he tried? Who? Let's just be honest. He's a 6'9", slow, no fast twitch muscles whatsoever, can barely dunk the ball for his size.
Smarts, man.
Smarts, yeah, but on a foot race, if we decide to go one-on-one, who can he stop at the 1 or the 2? Let's just be honest.
Larry Bird couldn't stop nobody. But Larry played hard.
Steals.
But then,
anticipation.
now we're not talking about in the 80s.
I get it.
But I'm just giving you
how to dribble. I'm just giving you a comparison of flow.
We're talking about
giving you a comparison of flow.
We're talking about today. We're talking about today with all our pack with the package.
Of course.
If you had to go
side defense is easy if you just try.
Okay,
bro.
that's right.
You're right. Gil, he's 6'9". He ain't nobody he can guard. Ain't nobody can guard.
Right now, today.
Be me right now.
Right now, today. Your life depend on it. One-on-one. Would you rather go against Luka, the score on, or give me somebody else that's worse, an American, or Kyrie? Who would you go against right now to score? This is your life depending on it.
I'm scoring on Luka, bro. Easy.
Who would I rather?
So this is crazy, man. This is supposed to be the best player in the league that people saying, and it's supposed to be an MVP, and he's fooled like that. Well, they did beat Detroit tonight by double digits. He got his 40 point. He got a 39-point triple double, 39 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. He shot 4 of 13 from the 3-point line. He shot 13 threes. He had 6 turnovers. And he only the great thing is he did that without fouling. He only got 1 foul. I don't know. That's not a good thing. Who
he gonna foul? He not going to nobody.
Yeah,
if you can't guard, I need you to use your fouls.
The thing is, if you ain't gonna guard, then you ain't gotta use your fouls. Like, what? You ain't gonna guard nobody. You ain't gonna stop nobody. Sit back and chill, and then do everything on the
I bet you. And listen, there's no way of me knowing this, but I bet you the foul was an offensive foul.
It probably was.
It probably was, Jay.
Man, listen. Well, the MVP is not called the most valuable winner, so they're gonna keep him in the race because winning don't matter to them. Dude, he is literally doing what Russell Westbrook did 3 years ago, and everybody was like, "Man, he just stat padding."
Yeah.
And now everybody's saying, look at the best thing that they're saying not only is he the best player in the league now, he's the best European player of all time.
And on par with Jordan and LeBron.
Hey, and they know that is the ugliest basketball player. Off top, you know that's the ugliest basketball player.
Yo, shout out E for pointing out that that's the ugliest basketball.
No defensive skills at all.
Can't jump over a phone book.
Oh, hey, don't threaten me with an easy test.
Someone name star players who play good defense.
What? Kawhi Leonard, Paul George,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man,
SGA,
SGA,
Aaron Fox.
Is that enough? Is that enough, or would you like more?
Dudes who historically did not
Jimmy Butler
playing good defense now. Like, what are you talking about? You see, I know who you are. I know who you are.
No. That was I asked you a question because they said earlier. They said this is their first time watching and first time subscribing and all that. Good question. Just keep it rolling. Nope. But
right.
If that was somebody else, we go a different way with that.
Yeah. Hey, great question, man. We appreciate you watching.
Hey,
if you have any more questions, put them in the comments.
Yeah. Answer those too.
Oh no, it's all good, but nah, it's a lot of like if you go Giannis, if you go AD, I even go Jokic this season. The Jokic defense since the playoffs last year has been really above board, man.
And Embiid plays defense.
Embiid for sure, yeah. So De'Aaron Fox, SGA, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of people who play more defense.
It's hard to notice. It's hard for the defense to matter when you're only playing defense at one position.
That's
because a simple backdoor cut or keeping the ball in motion or anything renders that defense helpless.
So back to the MVP though.
I got Tatum for the MVP.
I got Tatum. I got SGA 1, Tatum 2, Jokic 3.
Yep, I got it switched around. I got Tatum 1, SGA 2.
Yeah.
But SGA number 1.
I got Tatum 2, SGA 1.
I don't know who's gonna win the MVP, but I'll tell you who my MVP is.
Who is?
Giannis, brother. That man,
man
is hilarious.
Somebody said in the comments, Luka can't guard him either.
Hey, yo.
That's bananas.
Hey, I know a 12-year-old that got.
Now I put my money on Luka there. I might lose the money, but
oh man,
might be able to take Luka out.
That's funny, man. All right, man. Let's move. I mean, so nobody think Luka deserves to be in the top 5 MVP race just because he's triple double numbers.
Not even close.
He deserves to be in the race. He doesn't deserve to get any first place votes, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
No, that 100% makes sense.
I don't even think he deserves to be in the race because there are 5 other players that are outperforming him on both sides of the ball this season.
It ain't 5 people that's offensively outperforming him this season.
Offensively. Just
when you're 100% focused on offense, your offensive numbers are going to look better.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. I tweeted. Did I tweet this out or I said this somewhere? I think I put it on Facebook. I
Shout
said
out P5, man.
I said Banchero, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and it was one more guy. I was like, these guys are leading their teams. Oh, and Donovan Mitchell. These guys are leading their teams to more success than Luka is, but Luka is getting all the praise because he's averaging close to a triple double.
Well,
neither one of the names I named got a number 2 as good as Kyrie.
Luka is
I promise you,
Allen of the NBA, man.
Who is it? Say it again, E. Say it
Luka
again.
is the Josh Allen of the NBA. You know, every year during the football season, they always push Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, they push Luka the same, man. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well,
get my boy Paolo out of Orlando, please.
Hey, he got them boys in the 4th seed right now. A second year player got them boys in the 4th seed.
The Magic is not the 4th seed, bro.
Yes, they are.
Definitely the 4th seed.
They are.
And guess what? They are playing
Yes.
great basketball. Paolo is listen. Mel, listen. When Paolo was coming out the draft.
Oh, well, they slipped to 5, but damn, that's still crazy. I didn't even know that.
5. They close to 4. They're gonna probably
they only a half game behind New York. They only a half game behind New York.
Because the fact that Jalen Brunson is out and Julius Randle is not healthy, they're probably going to be the top 4 seed. They're going to get home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And Paolo Banchero is a true number 1, and I doubted it because of the fact that
I didn't. I didn't.
You didn't, and neither did Mel. I got to give y'all credit. I'm gonna give y'all credit right now. I picked Jabari Smith Jr. as the better prospect coming out. Paolo is a true number 1. He's a true number 1, and he has those guys competing for the top 4 seed. They're going to have home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs, which is crazy to me. And I just think that the fact that he is not being even considered.
They're not even talking about him, bro. He's a second-year player.
He's a 2-year player, and they're not even talking about it.
Listen, man, if you put him in the right market, he could be the answer to the question, who's going to be the next face of the league, period.
And I think
that's
that
good.
Kind of gloss over the Magic because it was the Magic. You know, the Magic have been down for years since the Dwight Howard years, right? So it's like I knew, he was going to be a good player. I watched, the tape on him in college and everything like that. But it was just like where he fell to, it was the Magic. I was like, that's another first overall pick that's gonna get wasted. But to see that they top 5 in the East,
that's crazy.
They're 10 games over 500. I never listen. That was not on my bingo card. I promise you that.
And the Magic doing way better than the Mavs. I'm gonna play this. I got one call on the line from Alabama. I'm gonna play this by Chandler Parsons, what he said about it, and then I'm gonna get your response, the caller, and then we'll close this one out.
I'll give a piss.
We also have Miami in Dallas and Luka. Luka and his team beating the Heat 114-108. He finished with 35, 11, and 11. Kyrie with 23, 4, and 4. Rozier had 27 and 11, and Butler with 14. Luka, first player in NBA history to have 4 straight 35-point triple doubles. Over the past 8, he's had an average of about 37, a little over 37 points, and yet the team is 3-5. This is where this Luka observation, fandom, questioning starts to come in, Chandler, because you hear all those numbers, you watch him, the eye test, you're like, he's amazing, and then the record doesn't necessarily reflect that. Is this why sometimes he maybe doesn't get looked at as a real MVP candidate?
Yeah, and he hasn't won, right? He hasn't won at a high level. He hasn't, and so it's almost like James Harden back in the day. It's like his usage is so high, the ball's in his hands. You'd like to see everybody get more involved. And there's a balance, right? You want your star player, like Anthony Edwards, for example, this next 2 months, you want him to take 35, 40 shots. You don't want Luka to do that for a whole season from October to now. It's exhausting. Guys get upset. Guys want touches. So I think when the Mavericks are at their best, they obviously have Luka and Kyrie going. They're taking the majority of the shots. But you have to have the Tim Hardaway's chip in. You have to have PJ Washington's chip in with 12 points. You got to have everybody involved. You got to have everybody touch it because that is contagious. That makes them play harder. That makes them happier. It makes them defend. And when you got a guy like Luka that's so good offensively and not so great defensively, guys have to step up and cover him on that end. So when they're open for that swing, they want that open 3 instead of a Luka 35-foot step back. So I think he's an unbelievable talent. He is literally a guard version of Jokic where he can do everything. He's mesmerizing with the basketball. But as a teammate, it's a little exhausting watching the same shit over and over again. And then when you don't win, it's even magnified. Like, okay, can we try something else? Can I maybe get the ball? Like, you know what I mean? So it definitely can be frustrating.
Look at Sham's face. Look at Sham's face. Sham's trying to keep a straight face.
Like, observations. Yes. I care. By the way, I'm glad you said that, Chandler, because I woke up and I saw a bunch of tweets.
Right.
He's right. And people are like, get Luka some help. I'm like, why? Even if they were there, he does it by himself. Like I find this argument to be so confusing at times because I love watching Luka play.
He's got help this year. This is the best team I think he's been on. Wise, they go 8, 9, 10 deep. He's got the team. Use them. I take the most shots, play the most minutes, have the most assists and triple doubles. Do what Jokic does, but find a way to do it to keep everybody happy and to win games. That's the biggest thing. He's going to put up stats no matter who's his teammate, no matter what team he's on. He's going to average 30. He's going to average 10. He's going to average around 6 or 7 rebounds, whatever. He's going to get his numbers. To be able to do that and win at the same time is when Luka Doncic will take the next step.
Hey, thanks for the super chat, Unspoken Voices. I think that's our auntie Vita. Hey, caller on the line from Alabama, man. What's your thoughts on Luka and do you think he needs more help?
What's up? So I done called in before. Like I said, every time Luka come up, I'm calling in.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
I think defense in today's game is overrated. Everybody hating on Luka. He the best player in the league. He don't deserve the MVP. But Mel, I saw your tweet about the Brunson, Butler, all them lean. None of them teams beat Dallas in the 7-game series. Not one of them.
Yeah, but it's a reason for that though.
What's the reason for that?
Entertainment.
Luka Doncic is the reason for that.
Right, the entertainment factor. Would you let the honky tonk man beat Stone Cold if you was Vince McMahon?
Shout out to Hey, Mel, I like it. Mel, I like it. Shout out to the WWE podcast. Hey, Mel, that was great. Mel, that was great.
Yeah, see, I get it, but I just think he get unfair stuff because he played the same style LeBron played. And I know people like to say LeBron played better defense. LeBron have not made an all-defensive team since he was 30.
True.
I'm glad you said
I'm
that.
watching him stand around the court. Like, if Luka go join Wemby and XGA or something, he will win.
Wemby won't get nothing but threes and lobs.
And that'll be a good thing. That same thing happened with Chris Bosh. He had to shoot threes and Kevin Love. They had to stand out there on the 3-point line.
That's what you think Wemby deserve?
Bammy.
No, I don't. I'm just pointing out how I feel like Luka getting treated unfairly. Like the man is great. He the best player in the league, man. And the league is all offense. So if the best offensive player, that makes him the best player in the league.
Hold on. I got a question for you. You said Luka is the best player in the league, and then in the same breath, you said don't deserve MVP. Can you explain that?
No,
please?
he don't. Explain that. Because for me, I always believe in best player on the best team get MVP. My MVP will be Teague.
Okay.
I believe the best player on the best team should get the MVP every year. That's what I believe.
What's your favorite team?
My favorite. I don't have a favorite team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite team in basketball. I'm a big Dallas Cowboy fan, but basketball, I don't have a
there it is. There it is.
You know
there
what?
it is.
There it is.
Hey, look.
And you probably a big Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Am I right?
No, LSU.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm currently in Alabama, but I done bounced around. I done lived in a bunch of places.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna buy you bingo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, man. We got a couple of seats left on the Kansas City Chiefs bus. We headed to the championship every year.
Ain't no more seats left on that thing, boy.
Oh no, I wouldn't want no seat. There's nothing like being a Cowboy fan. That's the best thing in the world for a sport.
You know
wait,
what?
Wait. Hold on.
No. Chris. Everything makes sense now. You know what? You are 100% correct.
Hey,
you are 100% correct. I'm not arguing. Listen, Luka is the best. Dallas Cowboys are the best. I appreciate your call.
No, bump all that. I'm fighting the establishment, man.
And shout out to the honky tonk man.
And shout out to the honky tonk man.
Oh man.
Oh,
that is wow.
That's the best feeling in the world.
He said,
I mean, I know all the Super Bowl jokes going around, but I wouldn't trade not being the number one sports franchise in the world for a Super Bowl ring. I wouldn't trade that.
The Dallas Cowboys are not the number one sports franchise.
But you know who would trade that?
They are.
You know
No,
who would
they're
trade that?
They're not.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones would trade it in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, everybody keeps saying he's the problem. He won't change, so I don't think he would change that. I think he likes being the best sports franchise in the world. So do I. I like being the best sports franchise.
So in other words, you delusional. You are delusional.
Yeah.
He a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, by every metric you go by, they the number one sports franchise in the world.
They are the number
not
one
winning.
franchise, and it's not just winning. That you can't say every metric if they haven't won a Super Bowl. Since
but as far as how much money Jerry Jones bringing in, they right.
Yeah,
I will say that.
And a lot of that got to do with the fan support, like how well we still support the team, even though they haven't won since '95.
You know what? Salute. If I could lose every year and still support the team, then I would probably do that too. But that ain't what I'm doing. So,
but you hold on, Zoe. You a Falcons fan?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. What you mean you don't have to deal with that?
I ain't dealt with it in a while.
I don't even think that we are the person who's going to win. I don't even think that.
In a while. I don't even understand what that's like.
That is not even close to what I think. I am never ever thinking we are the number one franchise in the league because we are trash. We are never going to win the Super Bowl.
Every metric you go by.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, y'all the number one.
Except for winning.
Like five Super Bowls is a lot. When the who got the most? The Patriots 7.
Nah, Patriots got 6.
I mean that ain't it.
Patriots got 6.
Patriots got 6.
Steelers got 6.
Steelers got 6. Yeah, Cowboys right there. We win that shit. We got 6.
Y'all not
already. Come on, man. Come on, man. We ain't even got to the draft yet. He talking about next year. We gonna get 6.
Hey, you keep this shit up. Hey, we gonna call the hospital on your ass. We'll get you on the face.
Hey, look. I tell everybody this, man. I just love being the number one sports franchise. That ain't changing.
Hey,
all right, bro, man. Thanks for the call, man.
Right.
Hey, bro. Look, I love having a driver's license, but that car part,
the car part, yeah. No matter how much license I have, if I don't have a car, it does not matter. Listen,
he said it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Caller from Illinois. What's up? You on the line?
What up, Illinois?
Hey, what's going on? This is Greg Anderson. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Greg?
What's happening, Greg?
You babysitting today?
No, I ain't babysitting, man. My daughter has she at her mama house.
Hey man, I'm gonna be babysitting real soon after we finish with this segment, man. I gotta go put that garlic toast in the oven too.
Man. Hey man.
All right, so check this out. I want to discuss the MVP race. The first thing I want to say is, although Giannis is not my number one pick, literally he should be the MVP every year that the Masters have the NBA contract. Real talk, he's the MVP. You know what I'm saying? But I do disagree with the best player on the best team, because that's the same stuff that got Kobe robbed from an MVP. That's so I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. I believe it should be a formula that they create, which first of all, you got to be like a top 5 seed. No, you got to have home court advantage. You got to be top 4 seed.
You have to,
you know what I'm saying? You have to be, in the mix when it comes down to scoring, at least probably like top 10. No, I wanted to say that because we got some point guards that might not be.
No, you spitting. Keep going. You ain't saying that wrong.
Talking that talk.
Okay, top 10. You have to be in consideration on an all defensive team. It can't just be all offense.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And who that sound like?
I don't know who that sound like.
It sound like the guy that it sound like
this Jordan
Michael Jeffrey.
Is that it sounds like the guy that the trophy is named after.
Okay. And I'm a Chicagoland guy. So I done seen Mike's whole career that I can remember. All right. The second thing about Luka, man, if you really think about it, man, Luka already had all the help that he needed. He had Jalen Brunson and he had Porzingis.
Yep.
But he wasn't passing them the ball.
Yep.
And it wasn't until Luka got hurt until we saw what Jalen Brunson can do.
Yep.
And Brunson, he gone.
Yep.
He gone now.
Yep. That's all facts.
Greg is a true man down disciple.
And you see what happened when you see what happens when you guys listen, pay attention, and babysit. You understand?
All right, Greg. Thanks for the call, man. Go put that garlic bread in the oven, baby.
All right, for sure.
All right,
Y'all
yep,
take care.
yep.
All right,
All right, now, G.
All right, we had one call, unspoken voices call, and then we had a caller from South Carolina. Y'all can call back. Hey, I don't know if we go get to this Charles Barkley.
We not.
Thing.
We might not, dog.
It's 219. 219.
We gotta go at it now. We gotta go at it now.
We stopping it at 30.
Go now.
Go now.
Yeah,
Go
let's
now.
do it now.
All right.
Do it
now. Do I want to go?
Nope.
That's gonna be
because it's a lot to unpack.
It really is a lot to unpack.
How y'all know?
I've been watching Chuck here lately.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack. Shout out Chuck, but it's a lot to unpack.
It is. So
sound like we should just go tomorrow.
I mean, we can do something like that, but we'll use these last 10 minutes for the phone call. Let me put the number back up there.
Yeah, put the number back up there. See who want to call.
This man said you wouldn't let Honky Tonk Man beat Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, Mel,
and he's right. And he's right.
Hey, listen, Mel, you've been watching wrestling. You've been watching, haven't you?
Speaking of wrestling, while we got some time, man, I don't like this new heel rock.
There's no greater feeling being on the number one franchise in NFL that never wins.
Oh.
That man sound like
Ray,
John
what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
He sound like John Jones' brother.
I'm chilling, man. Y'all been getting it in pretty good today, man. I tell you.
Pause. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of stuff, man, to unpack. Really, I think the whole thing with Luka, he's just a product of what's going on today. He would have struggled in the '90s, man. Just imagine him trying to check like deadlift shrimp. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He would struggle with like a Kiki Vandeweghe and players like that, you know, and all that whining and all that pouting and favoritism. He wouldn't get it. So I would players like him, they would have struggled, man, without the rule changes and them catering the game the way they have. It wouldn't have been good for them, you know, for a player like Luka. You know what I'm saying? Just to touch on. What'd you say? Oh yeah, Turkaloo, Barcelonas. You know, I can name a lot of them guys. They had a lot of heart. Drazen Petrovic, man. Them dudes had heart, man. Them dudes was coming at you. They didn't take baths. They took baths. They didn't put on deodorant. You know what I'm saying? They came out there. And, you know, they had bad intentions, man. You know, these dudes, they want to be catered to nowadays, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, you know, it's just the era, the way they softened the leagues, and it ain't just basketball, man. I had commented earlier in the comments how, if y'all noticed, they changed baseball and football along with basketball around the same time. About 10, 12 years ago, they started to slowly make changes to the rules, you know, to make the game offensively generated. You know what I'm saying? And it's taking away the competition level.
All for TV.
And allowing certain players to come. Yeah, it's all TV and it's all entertainment. It's all to get the commoners to gravitate to the game and to pretend they know the game and they are fans of it, when in reality, all they know is what they see. They don't know the history and the real nature of competitive nature of how sports are supposed to go.
Facts.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just sit back
You know, I'm always had this old school like hold on to what I know, because honestly I think we've seen the greatest. You know, on all levels. We saw Jordan and Kobe. We saw Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White. We saw, you know, the best running backs of all time, and you know, baseball. We saw Barry Bonds and all that. We're not gonna get better than that. I just don't see it happening.
It's all downhill from here, man. The environment, the environment doesn't exist to create someone that good again. So I'm with you on that, man. But thanks for the call, man. We trying to cycle these calls, get as many as possible, so we can end right at the half hour mark.
Appreciate you.
All right, bro, man. I'm gonna holler back at y'all.
All right,
man, appreciate it, bro.
I had a text message come through, and this man been texting me all week. So
and then I got a call on the line too once you read your text message.
All right, cool. So this text, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if I got permission to say his name. He says, "Got another question. If La Bitch is so great."
Shit.
He clapped some of y'all chicks, yo. Brian done clapped somebody's old lady, but y'all be hating that man.
That was harsh.
That
was crazy.
If he's so great, who did he ever make better? 2 exclamation marks.
Yeah.
Name one player he made better. 2 question marks. Mike made Scotty one of the top 50 players ever. Kobe made Powell better. Who did La Bleep make better? 2 question marks.
Now you bleep. Now you want to bleep it out.
Don't bleep it now. Don't bleep it now. You gotta say it.
I forgot I don't curse. Again, love the show. Holla. Jay from Kansas City.
Oh, so hold on. Listen, and I want this to be known that my name is Jay, but I'm actually not from Kansas City. Despite what you see. So
yeah, way to clear your name, Jay.
Yeah, for sure.
Great,
but
great.
Here's the answer. The player that he made better was the one that he was supposed to make better, and that's LeBron James. It's not your responsibility to you can't make another man better. You can give them more opportunity or whatever, but you can't make them better. They got to put in the work and make themselves better.
Facts.
Ooh, facts.
I'm with that.
You said it from KC?
Jay,
yeah, he was from KC.
Nah, he from Kansas City, Kansas. He on the other side of the line.
On the other side of the line.
KCK. Got it.
Yeah. It's a little different over there.
Not KCM. Not KCM.
No, not KCM. KCM. No, that's a Kansas guy. He's probably from Overland Park.
All right, let's go to the caller.
Hey, caller, what's happening, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, so that question that he had, does Mo Williams count? Because he made an All-Star team when he played with LeBron.
We'll accept Mo Williams. We'll accept Dellavedova. It's a lot of people we'll accept. We'll accept what was the dude with the curly afro?
Varejao.
We'll accept Varejao too. If you're looking for somebody not named LeBron.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here too. The reason why there's so much vitriol for LeBron right now is because his fan base is something wrong with his fan base. I don't know if it's almost like a spell has been casted on his whole fan base where they can't see through a lot of the BS. So that's where all that vitriol comes from for LeBron. But
hold on before you move on. Before you move on, I got a question.
Yeah.
Who has the worst fan base? Him, Luka, or the Dallas Cowboys?
Taylor Swift.
Man. You know what?
Hey,
check this out. Check this out. At first it was the Cowboys, but I think the LeBron fan base will surpass the Cowboys. Ooh. I think they're going to surpass them by a little bit. And the next time y'all have a Cowboy fan call, hey, check this out. The next time y'all have a Cowboy fan call up there, I want you to ask them, what did they think about Jerry Jones protesting against integration? Ask them that question.
Oh, we really should do that right now?
Matter of fact,
let's go ahead and get him off the air because it's about to get real hectic.
Jerry Jones is the one actually buying FUBU, not Donald Trump.
Hey, Hey, we appreciate your call. We
That's gonna be the new cleats for the Cowboys. Is FUBU cleats.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever owns FUBU owns the black vote. That's for sure.
You ain't black. You ain't black if you don't vote. No, I ain't gonna say it.
hey, no, say it. No, go ahead and say it. Hey, go say what you want to say, sir. Go ahead, say it.
If this individual are not down sport.
Hey, but y'all still talking about MVP?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my MVPs, man, I think I gotta go with I gotta go with SGA, Jason Tatum, and then Ant-Man, and probably I would have to go Joker at number 4. But
that list.
Those are my top 3, man. SGA, and the reason why I got SGA number 1 is because the brother is lights out on the defensive end.
Yeah, he is.
Like and I'm pretty sure he's gonna make it. That other caller that was kind of listing like what the classification should be, like he was on point. And I know for a fact that SGA is gonna probably be all first defensive team.
If he doesn't, it's a clear robbery.
Yeah, because I know he's gonna get robbed on the offensive, the All NBA first team. He's probably gonna get robbed on that because they're gonna have Luka. They're probably gonna give that to Luka. But I just, SGA's game is complete. His game is complete. I think the only thing I see with SGA is sometimes down the stretch he tends to get a little timid. And I think he just got to still learn how to turn that switch on down the stretch. Because if he can turn that, if he get it in him to turn that switch on, nobody can stay in front of him. Nobody can stop him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's still young. He got some things to figure out.
Yeah. One last thing too. I want you guys to promise me, because I know it's going to happen further down the line. You're probably going to have some people either call in or jump in your chat from other YouTube channels if they ain't already jumped in that are real big LeBron fans, right?
Bro,
I want you guys to promise me that.
Let me stop you right there. Listen.
Hey, look.
It's already it's happening right now. Go ahead.
I want you to cook them. I don't want you guys to hold back. Cook their ass. Cook their ass, please.
There's a reason.
Everybody that
there's a reason that you never see the lion fight a Doberman. You don't have to. You don't.
We let it go.
Nah, these ain't Dobermans, man. These hyenas, man. These hyenas, and lions got to fight hyenas.
Well, we got a saying around here, man. We like to see people cook themselves. You know what I mean? So
man,
and that's what they do.
I love it.
Well, hey, man down. I'm riding with y'all till the wheels fall off, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. We'll call it. I mean, we at 2.5, man. It's not that horrible. We'll call it a show, man. I appreciate everybody for joining us, man. And
man, don't take that last call, man. Don't do him like that. Take that last call.
Who the last call?
No, I think that was the call ending.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. What we miss?
We good for the night.
We missed when the Cowboys became the #1 franchise in all of sports.
Hey, listen, for a Saturday, y'all gotta start understanding something. We are all men who have lives outside of here. We love this.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Understand this. We sacrifice our time and we come to y'all on a Saturday. We appreciate y'all. But at the end of the day, we are grown men. We have
I gotta go put that garlic toast in the oven,
dog. Put that garlic.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna give y'all
garlic toast in the oven.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a hack real quick, man. If y'all got air fryers, Put that in the air fryer. Way
Put that
better.
garlic toast in the air fryer.
Way better. And it's quicker too. 6 minutes. Boom.
Hey, if anybody know, Chris know.
Yeah,
Hey,
and,
look.
and that's a for sure right on. That's a for sure right on.
You 100% right. My dog Chris, he know.
That's a for sure right on. I ain't even gonna deny that one.
Yo, you gonna come get this goddamn Kobe sketch, man, or what?
Yeah. You talking about the one that got Chris Childs on the back?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna come get it tonight, man.
Hey,
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Hold on.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah, y'all stupid. Hey, did y'all see? I don't know. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. On our page, there's been a lot of KG tough talk, and I forgot when when Anthony Peeler 2-piece KG. Yo,
hey, he straightened up real quick, there, boy. He turned into a stove.
Hey, he didn't say Lord then.
No,
that meant that God. That meant, oh my God.
He said Lord God. He said Lord God.
Shout out to Anthony Peeler.
We gotta go.
Hey, yo,
He done hit me in my shit, Lord.
Shout out to Fubu.
Hey, yo, we appreciate our sponsors. Hey, yo, thank y'all for coming in the Man Down podcast. I know we've been off the rails tonight. Hey, we've been off the rails tonight, but listen, y'all.
I know that man ain't hit me, Lord.
Yo, Lord. Hey, Lord God.
Man, that boy gave a blind man sight that night, didn't he?
Hey, listen, KG
All right, man. We out.